Yeah, it's what it. Yeah,
Mhm.
boy.
Those were the days, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a thing that is gonna date a lot of us. It already does, because
Yeah,
like
it does.
even the students I had, like, it blows their mind that there was a
Days,
time
man.
where I couldn't like use the phone and the internet at the same time.
Or that you even
You
had a
know?
landline.
Or a
Yeah,
time
like-
before Google, like you
Yeah.
could just Google it. You had to go to a library and like open up the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
The funnier part for me is like they can intuit like having internet versus not having internet, but if you're like you have internet but it's 56K, so if you want to look at a web page, A, it's gonna
wait.
look like garbage, and B, like you're gonna have to open it and then wait like half an hour
Yeah.
to see what that web
It's
page
gotta
is
be.
about.
It's gotta be text only. If there's images, like fuck it.
You're
like,
fucked.
No.
Yeah.
You
No,
remember?
just no.
Remember when like GeoCities and like AngelFire web pages had like music on them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But like the music would always
God.
be the last thing to load, so you would like sit there like reading this web page, and all of a sudden it would just be like, duh, 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 duh. You're like,
I used to
I,
download wave
God.
files of songs
fuck
I
is
really
happening?
wanted, and I would like
My-
let it sit for 3 hours.
Yeah. My grandparents had dial-up at their cabin up in Canada for like a long time, like until probably 2008, 2009. They had like basically dial-up,
Wow.
and it was really the thing where like my grandpa would get up in the morning and he'd turn on the internet. And he would start, like, he'd click on his email so that it would start syncing, and then he'd go make a coffee, grab
Oh my
breakfast,
God.
and, like, come back upstairs and see what his, like, old man buddies had sent him. And,
Oh
Honestly,
my God.
that's pretty great.
Yeah.
you know what? The speed, I think, was good for my grandparents.
Yeah.
I've actually since upgraded to high speed, but it was,
Now they're
God,
like,
being
whoa.
there was a nightmare.
You're in
I
It
hyperspace
was,
now.
like, whenever he needed updates for his computer,
Oh,
because he had
no.
a MacBook,
Oh god.
it was faster and better for my dad to download them, burn it onto a DVD, drive up to visit them for a day because they were
Yeah.
only a few hours away, and then install the updates.
Wow.
Maybe that was intentional because they wanted to see people.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I have, I wouldn't say a fond memory, but a memory of trying to play the Age of Empires 2 demo.
Yeah.
Trying to download that thing was a nightmare because it took like 6+ hours, and then that's like trying to keep the internet connected that long as well. I think it took like 3 or 4 days of trying before it finally worked, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I
Yep.
can play this.
Yes, indeed.
It's like maybe 20 to 30 megabyte file.
Yeah. Now you blink and it's on your computer.
Yeah.
Good times.
It's true. I distinctly remember downloading like episodes of Trigun,
Oh god, yeah.
having to wait like 3 hours to be able to watch it.
Oh, my computer never
Like-
turned off. I remember just because I would just leave it, like, be like, oh, well, we got this batch of One Piece and Naruto. We got this batch of some other anime. Just like, let's keep it coming, keep it coming.
I do remember going to college, and Chesson probably can explain it better, that DC thing we had or whatever. And I remember double clicking songs to download them and being like, it didn't download. And so then click it again and again. And then I would go to the desktop. I was like, I have 10 copies. It's so fast.
Oh no.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I used DC++ in dorms. I did that with a movie, and I was like, "Oh, I can't remember what movie," but I click on the movie Direct Connect. It was like a LAN file sharing program.
Oh,
basically.
okay.
It
I'm
was like
seeing
Land
it.
Napster.
Everybody was tiered on the same like university networks, so it was like
Yeah.
super duper.
It was
fast.
perfect in dorms. But yeah, I downloaded a movie that was, I don't know, probably like a gig or something. It was probably just like 720 or whatever. But it was just done. It was just like, oh, I'm actually just running at the full speed of like whatever Ethernet was in these walls.
Yep.
It was the same thing. I had to go and check it to make sure that it had actually downloaded. And I'm like, there must be some trick here.
Yeah.
I remember that feeling. Also, just getting like Battlestar Galactica like in 5 minutes, whereas it used to take me like, I don't know, hours, or I'd leave it overnight
Yeah.
or something like that. At that maximum power moment,
I'm
like
sure
disk
people
is really working.
still torrent things, right?
Oh, for sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
I know people that do. Yeah.
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 I don't know that I even know how or care to at this point. They're
Yeah,
gonna
I
obviously
think-
figure it out, but I'm like, whatever.
I think
I
that's
mean-
the thing
Yeah.
is like you can still torrent, but I feel like the torrenting is now less convenient.
What do you
Um,
mean?
Well, like it's a less convenient option than other things.
Oh
like
yeah,
part of the-
that's sort of what I meant. Of like, there was a
Yeah.
point where like, oh man, you have to torrent, and like it's this great way to do stuff, and now just direct, like, downloads are so fast.
Yeah, like part of the reason that I used to like download episodes of Trigun is it's because like if I wanted to own the show, I would need to wait for a DVD release that had like 4 episodes on it, and the DVD would cost like $40.
Yep. I got that.
You know, and that was not going to happen, especially not when I was a high school student with no job
Yeah.
yet.
There's
Try
still,
doing that from Canada.
Oh, oh yes.
there's still like
Does
a couple-
Canada have anime?
Yeah, it was just like, and anytime you were like, man, it was really hard to get this piece of media. Like, flip a coin, and there's a 50% chance that you just simply were not, like, literally not able to legally access it in Canada.
I can believe that.
Oh my god, Zinni messaged me and she's like, oh, this anime that I talked about is available on YouTube. You should watch it. And I was like, oh, cool. And then I click on it and it's like not available in your country. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I expected.
Oh
Classic.
god, it is very
Classic.
satisfying to me when people in the US see that, and I'm like, yeah, how does it feel? Does it feel, sucker?
Wow.
Feels terrible. That's how.
Yeah,
Sean-
I remember.
Sean
Sucks.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Sean, I a couple of years ago, we went and visited some people that we know in Montreal, and I was very surprised to find out that like when you sign up for like your cable package out there, you have to choose like a package based on the apps you want to be allowed to use. So it's like you have to buy like the package that includes like Netflix if you want to use the internet and have Netflix.
What?
And like if you don't pay,
For their home internet?
yeah, so it would be like you basically have to choose a package based on like the things you're expected to use, and if you don't buy like the right one, like Netflix just won't work when
Oh,
you try to
God.
like use it.
I no longer want to move to
Um,
Canada.
That's a little suspect.
Yeah, I mean
that
it's
doesn't
it's
sound
like,
quite right.
This is like the
it's-
worst case scenario of like net neutrality being repealed. This is like
Yes.
the horror
Yeah.
stories
Yeah.
of what could
yeah.
have happened.
So I don't know if that has affected all of Canada obviously yet, but I know that in Montreal that's the current situation where it's like the lead cable provider charges you based on like which apps you want to be allowed to use.
Isn't it like Rogers or something? Or
yeah,
what's it called?
Rogers.
Yeah.
Rogers is huge, yeah. Rogers is the Comcast of Canada.
Yeah.
Roger.
So,
in
yeah,
every
it-
sense of the word. In every sense of the word. Like, they are the same company.
Yeah, so I don't know how far that has spread. I just know that was it was a new frustration for them too. Like it didn't used to be that way, and then it was like in like 2017 or something. That was when it switched to that, and a lot of them were just like,
That's-
"This is bullshit."
I'm curious what the other
Yeah.
choices were.
Thanks, Trudeau.
That is very
I
odd.
don't-
It's not that way in Ontario, but
Yeah,
Quebec is
I don't
weird, so who
remember.
knows?
I don't remember the like I remember they showed me what it looks like on there on like the website when you go to like sign up, and
Yeah.
it was like the cheapest package includes like it includes I don't remember what exactly, but like the cheapest package would include like basic websites and access, and then like the next tier would be like Netflix and like Amazon Prime and stuff, and then like the more
That's so
expensive one would
weird.
include like PlayStation Network and like gaming consoles.
Of course.
Because they shouldn't, like with HTTPS, like with SSL, they shouldn't be able to tell what sites
you're
you're going
using.
to.
No,
Yeah.
they can still see where it's routed to because that's the point.
I guess.
We still know the metadata.
Yeah.
But that's when you just use a VPN and you're like, fuck off. So.
That's
Yeah.
probably the real answer there. Yeah.
And now I understand why like NordVPN and all those, because I understand there's the market of people who are like, I don't want anyone to know my data, blah blah blah. But if you have like a shitty regulatory internet thing, and it's like, I could pay
Yeah.
for the deluxe package, or I could just pay for NordVPN.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
sponsored.
and a VPN lets you access like American Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
man, I
true.
mean, and like that's the real answer. If I wanted to watch the thing I was sent, I'm like, okay, I guess I could just use the VPN and then say I'm in Singapore, and suddenly I'd be able to watch this anime on YouTube instead of High Dive.
Yeah.
So how about that Star Wars?
How about that Star Wars? Who wants to try and do a recap, or is that on me this time?
I got to be super rogue last game, and it was a lot of fun. And then I
You
went
did,
and played
and
rogue in World of Warcraft, and my soul's slowly been dying.
You did.
That's
Wait,
my
what?
recap.
Is that because you've been in the maw? Because that's intentional.
No, because I play fucking World of Warcraft again.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it. You're saying it like it's a bad thing.
I mean, I've
It's a
been
great thing,
having
Meg.
fun.
You just need
though.
to go Horde so you can join my guild. And then
No,
we
I'm
can
not
go
going
together.
Horde, Justin.
What's
You
wrong
should.
with
Why, it's-
Horde?
It's better. I don't understand.
We're just waiting for you, Meg. That's all.
Yeah.
We could use a rogue.
It's where all the cool races are.
We need good deeps.
No, I have Void Elf. I like my Void Elf.
You can just be a blood elf or whatever, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. That's what I did
Yes.
last time when I joined the Game Grumps Guild.
Just be a Tauren, the one true race.
No.
Or that too,
Okay.
or the High Mountain Tauren.
Let's
which
go
is
back
even
to this
cooler.
recap.
Let's go back to this recap.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
Wait,
so
so we're not
that's-
going to change this into a World of Warcraft cast up.
No, nope.
How you transmog the other
Down that
night,
path
and
leads
Nick.
to, like, looking
there
up
was a
new-
fire
yes.
corgi. That was awesome.
The fire corgi was nice.
I don't
Yeah,
remember the
the-
fire corgi from last time.
Oh god, oh Jesus Christ! Roll d20 is like fucking.
what else happened in Star Wars last time? Let's see. Meg did Solid Snake
happened?
stuff. That was cool.
I think it was mostly Meg did Solid Snake stuff, if
Roll
I remember.
d20 is trying to give me an epilepsy.
Yeah, she went on like a recon mission.
Yep.
And I think by the end of a session, we had like started our little heist,
Heist.
where like
Yeah.
Ness, or sorry, not Ness, Des and Wolfowitz were headed off with the ship to go and like go back to the
Oh yeah, like we
place.
rented
We're
a
going
white
back to the
unmarked
house to make sure I get
van.
our credits.
The rest of us, we actually bought a speeder for
Mhm.
dirt cheap, and I made a mechanics check to make it look like
That's right,
one of
like
the,
one of
the
their,
speeders that was
security
at the
ones.
place.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the speeder. The speeder was expertly crafted as well. I have a note here
Sick.
about how well done it was.
Excellent. I'm very good.
And yes, then I've also noted that Des and Ness are switching cloaks.
And y'all are off to save Sprax, right? And we're off to save the
Yes.
credits.
We're off to save. Yes, you're off to save the money. We're off to save Sprax. And we have to
Is
fight.
your character, Nick, than my character, and me wearing your cloak? Like, I don't know that just switching the cloak's gonna sell it.
I think.
Didn't it
I
work in
think-
Harry Potter?
Okay,
You've
great.
watched enough Star Wars, like this would work. This is the kind of shit that would work in Star Wars.
Probably.
I mean, if you think about how many times in Rebels they somehow have stormtrooper outfits that fit Kanan and Ezra, let's just not. We're not. This is not non-issue. Like.
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, if
also,
you want, we can spend a fate point, or sorry, a destiny
Destiny
point.
point.
No, that or I could
Michael,
have the
I-
lolcat in my hood. Is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
boy.
like having the lockcat in your hood to like pretend to be the Bulk.
Oh yeah, the tentacles.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's hilarious.
You're gonna release the Lothcat at with the Twi'lek, whatever her name was.
God, I'm just imagining a cat paw sticking out the back of the hood somehow or something, and
This-
someone being like, "What the
I have a
fuck?"
bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I will point out here. I made a note that Ness never revealed. Wolfwood successfully passed a check to make sure that Ness never revealed his face during that meeting. So we're not going to worry about how the tentacles were hidden. We're not going to worry about any of that because that's Star Wars, baby.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. But anyway, yes. So to recap, Des went on a recon mission of her own, was almost eaten by a Dianoga.
Yeah. Nasty
didn't-
things.
That worked out okay in the end. She spent some time in the Vacta tank. And then you guys have concocted this plan. Pret is arriving to serve as a distraction. That was negotiated.
right.
And if my notes here are correct, we have Ness and A1. You guys are going to find. You guys are heading to the mines. I believe was the plan, and then the rest of you. Well, I guess N7. Are you heading with any of these groups, or are you staying with the ship? What's the plan for and Seven here.
I think I was in the mine crew.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think he's in
My
the
group.
mine. Basically
Yeah.
needs to like hack stuff for us because neither A1 nor Ness can do anything about like a hacked door.
Right. And then Des and Wolfowitz are heading to the meeting. Okay. I've got everyone in. Game plans are ready. We're going to go.
Let's
As
fucking go.
fast as my internet will allow me to.
Ooh. Not very fast.
Oh, right, because there's different pages for you. Now I remember. Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
I almost got out of working the rest of the day. I was like, I could technically tether with my work phone while I don't have internet, but also I could just not work.
Oh yeah.
And then it came back. I was very disappointed.
Oh.
No one has to know that it came back.
I
No one
needed
has
to
to
meet
know.
with my manager.
Boo. But responsible.
That's very adult of you.
You're wise
Sigh.
and brave, and I am very proud of you.
Just get situated here. Don't mind me.
It's all good.
Which are we doing first?
That is an excellent question. I think what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna just bounce back and forth between you guys here, and then when something happens, we'll go into initiative order. But until then, we'll roll without it.
All right.
Also, I need to turn this thing off.
For the ground crew, what's the plan?
We're gonna sneak into the mine. We're gonna oh god, okay. Do you want
Okay,
the
so we're
real
sneaking
plan?
into the mine. We're not going in guns
Do you
blazing.
want the
Do you
real
want the
plan?
real
It's
plan, or do you want
always
the
a good
plan?
thing to hear.
Do you
Yeah,
want
what's the real
plan?
plan?
The real plan is we're just gonna go in and kill everything and get Sprax out.
Okay. Yeah.
Guns blazing
Oh,
is
the
going to
running
be
gun.
pretty nasty. Like that's. I would rather not go in guns blazing purely because this is a mine operated by the Hutts, and I don't want any red flags going off while Wolfowitz and Des are in the Hutt Palace.
Yes.
I can't just snipe everybody from a distance.
If you can do it fucking Metal Gear style without any alarms getting set off,
I
then
don't.
sure.
I don't understand. How do alarms get
From
set
what
off in this
I
video
remember,
game?
I think we are gonna have lighter. In theory, we're gonna have lighter security because Vigo Pratt showed up, and so Vigo Task, which is the Hut, is like, oh shit, another Vigo's here, so he like is gonna have a little bit more presence. I think at the palace is the idea, which is the whole point of Vigo Pratt being there. So in theory, there should be like less of a presence in the mines, but I think we'll find out. And oh, hi Kirby. Just
Wait,
get-
Kirby's here. Let's see Kirby.
She's just licking the shit out of my feet right now. Like I'm just
Classic dog.
classic dog came out of nowhere, just licks for days.
Don't-
Thank
it's
you.
not time to get kinky, Kirby. Come on.
Anyways, I think we
Serious
can.
business.
I think we can probably sneak in and just go from there, and then like we just got to get Sprax
Yeah.
out, right? So
I think it's inevitable that we're gonna end up having to shoot people. Let's be real here. We're not gonna stealth the whole way in and out without anyone noticing us.
Not
But we
with
should
this
go as
group,
long as
no.
we can.
yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
We
I
should
mean,
go
I'm
stealth as
sorry.
long as we can.
The longer you can hold the A1 off from like pulling a trigger on something, like the more I'll be impressed. But I really don't think that that's gonna like. There is a finite limit on that, and
Yeah.
I don't expect it to be very long.
Realistically,
yeah, let's
we
all be reasonable.
we
here,
might
yeah.
get into the actual mine like no problems, but I feel like the second we get into the actual mine, no problems. That's where it's just gonna go south because there's the tentacle creature, the Dainaga or whatever, and there's like guards. There's the big, like, whatever, the slave master guard or whatever we've got to kill.
Big
Like,
boss.
Big boss, like the the dude with the whip. I assume it's just what I keep
Big
picturing.
boss.
The Gamorrean, the huge Gamorrean or whatever, who had a different type of air around him.
Big.
Did any of us know like did any of us know about that tentacle monster thing? Like
I
no shit
think-
about it?
I think
Or I guess what I want to the real question I want to ask is would I have had enough time to like do research on that and see what kind of shit it likes to eat and maybe bring some like pick up some fucking squirrel meat at the market to like maybe be used as bait effectively.
I remember Des telling you guys about it. I can't remember. Let me see if I have it in my notes. If anyone passed a xenology check or anything.
That ain't me.
I have 3
No, I don't
greens in
think-
that.
Yeah, I have it listed that no one passed. But if we want to give it another go right now, we certainly can.
I would
Alright.
love to.
What do wild animals do to robots?
What's the difficulty in this?
We'll
By which I mean,
say
like, do they
a
care at
2 on
all?
this.
2? Okay.
Yeah. I think they get frustrated,
Oh.
you know, sometimes.
Just
Well,
like,
Ness
would a
and
bear
N7
try to
though.
eat N7? No, right?
Probably.
They might get aggressive, but I don't think
Yeah.
they care about eating me. But they're
They
like,
wouldn't be
"You're in
eating
my
so much as like
space.
smacking
Fuck
around.
off."
I mean,
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow! You
You
guys,
did very good.
you guys cleared that quite well.
We like pair
Um,
program Googled it.
Yeah. Okay. So, boy, the amount of things about Dianogas. So, Dianogas have a tendency to grow to sort of like the space of the container that they're in.
Oh, shit.
So that is something that anyone who passed this check would kind of know about them. Is like they'll keep growing for quite some time, and it's because of that that they tend to end up apparently in lots of different weird places on starships. Because they start in like a very tiny larval stage where they're hard to notice, and they just kind of grow inside of any sort of like watery environment.
Aren't they like Spore? The video
Kind
game?
of. Kind of, yeah. So it's a scavenger, which means that most of the time a Dianoga will actually go for meals that don't fight back. Most of the time, unless they're hungry. So they're more likely to go for like carcasses or just easier meals than they are to go for like living creatures.
Okay.
So somewhere to put the bodies after.
Yeah. So if there's time, I'd love to try to find some like roadkill.
John,
Basically,
we're gonna make the roadkill.
sure.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. I'd love to make a quick sweep of town basically and look by the trash cans and see if there's any readily
Oh,
available
can we bring that
space
hand?
raccoons.
Can
you
we bring
know,
that
like-
hand?
arm.
Again?
You guys,
The
do
arm?
Can we bring back?
Well, shit, that's kind of perfect, ain't it?
Yeah,
like
bring
that's
the
pretty
arm.
good.
Let's bring the arm.
I'll take the sleeve off of it or whatever that has like the marking.
Sure.
You know, if it's
Yeah.
got like a nice Rolex or whatever, take that off. But yeah, the arm, we'll just chuck that inside the ball and we'll bring it along for now. That's up in the body.
Okay.
I got another arm.
Plunge his
It's very
arm.
useful.
Plunge his
actually,
arm.
actually great timing on the arm. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
wait.
perfect. Does it smell a little bit?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know. Never mind. I'm a robot.
Not that you
Oh
can tell.
yeah.
So they don't have like sensors or anything. There's no reason to have that.
It's great
don't
because
know.
for the mine crew, the only one who can actually smell the rotting on the arm is Ness.
Yeah.
A1 and N7, just like whatever.
Can you
Okay.
feel it in your gills? How does that work?
Oh, it's
Like if you eat a spicy food or something, like can you feel it in your gills?
I mean, you know,
That's a good
breath
question.
and like smell and taste are 2 senses that are linked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's rough for a Nautilin.
Yeah, you know what? Ness is a Jedi, so he's just gonna just using one. He's commit one Force die to just pretend
I'm
he
not
cannot.
like, wait, can fish smell?
That's a good.
Let's not get into this right now. Let's not.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's
I
probably
mean, I'm
some
waiting.
sort of-
Sorry, I'm stalling. I'm filling time while we wait for the screen to load. I'm still in the loading bay.
Yeah, I'm in the.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the current situation, and we're gonna start with the crew going into the Tassus Palace.
Okay.
For now, over here, my mine crew. Imagine this box in the bottom right here is a little picture-in-picture. All right. I am assuming you guys are not just like right outside of this camp. I'm assuming you are in a staging area, getting ready to head in. So.
Excellent.
Yeah, so okay, right, let's bounce over to the entrance. Okay.
I forgot
so
about this guy.
Gonk droid.
Donk.
Yeah. Gonk. Gonk.
Yeah,
Gonk.
Gonk Droid's still here, still gonking,
Gonk.
gonking around.
I really hope YouTube has like a 10-hour Gonk Droid loop.
I'm on it. Let me see.
Oh my god, yes, Gonk Droid said 10
Gonk
hours.
Droid,
Won the hollow
10
now.
hours. Yeah. Oh, 10-hour Gonk Droid dance party. Unsure. I mean, this feels Cheston though.
Well, there's a 5-hour that's just it's ASMR too. Don't worry.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
It's coming.
All about
damn it.
Gonk Droids, Star Wars Explained.
Oh boy. Okay.
They're
So
power droids. Okay, it's like a walking
giant
battery.
batteries.
They're like
Yeah.
giant
Yeah.
batteries.
But
It's,
why
you
would
know-
you make a battery that can walk?
So you're like, come here and charge my shit.
I mean,
Okay.
I want a walking battery right now, but anyways.
You are a walking battery.
Oh.
No.
The Matrix?
No. He's a organic. You were metal.
You heard what I said.
Oh boy. Okay. So you two, you arrive at Hut Tass's palace, and you are greeted by a Twi'lek at the door, who says, "Please follow me," and he guides you
All right then.
down the hall. Is there anything that either of you wish to do during this walk?
Hold on.
This jaunt.
Is there anything I can observe about that Gonk Droid?
Anything you can observe about the Gonk Droid? Why don't you give me a perception check? Difficulty of 2.
I mean, it's walking in a circle. I can tell you right now.
Thank you. Did you say 2 difficulty?
2 difficulty. Too difficulty to get a look at this Gonk Droid. see what
Okay,
it's
well,
doing.
I guess
nope.
I have no fucking clue.
Nope. That is a Gonk ass Gonk Droid. Just the most normal Gonk
it's just
Droid.
hanging out for some reason. There's got to be some reason it's here, unless we just wanted to talk about Gonk Droids.
It's just here. It's hanging out. It's going down the hall. Goes
guess so.
gonking by you. And that's all there is to that. All right. Are you guys proceeding to the chamber? Anything else?
Oh, can I say hello to the Grimoirian guards and the Grimoirian that I do know that has been previously established?
You do. Yeah. Oh, they're very pleased. You know, they grunt, give you a thumbs up as you walk by.
Excellent. Okay, well, I guess that's all I get to do.
Okay. Des, how about you? Are you just going along for now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm just being mysterious and hooded.
Roll for mysteriousness. All right.
All right. All right, kids. You guys are ushered this way. Oh God. Oh God. Every now and then I grab the whole ground. Da, 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 da.
Oh, I turned off my Gonk Droid ASMR. I gotta turn that back on.
I have it
That
on the
was good.
stream for Alan.
Amazing.
Gonk,
Gonk.
gonk,
Gonk.
gonk.
Instead of Marco Polo.
It's just
Gonk Droid.
walking though. It's not actually making the noise.
Gonk.
Boom.
Okay, but
All right.
Go ahead, Trevor. I apologize.
Oh no, it's okay.
I found Gonk Droids gonking out the Imperial March.
I found
Oh
that too.
wow. Real journey we're going on here. Okay. So as you two approach this chamber, you're kind of surprised to see. There we go. Advisor Daisha is just kind of waiting for you guys here, as opposed to where she was before, stationed near Hut Tass. And she sort of stops you guys near the door and goes, "We thank you for keeping the meeting, but I am sorry to say that recovering your asset has taken longer than anticipated. We encourage you to wait and be our guest.
Could you please? Hello, Advisor Desha. It is a pleasure to see you again. Again, thank you for your hospitality. Could you please explain what the holdup is with our assets?
Why don't you let's make this a negotiation roll. We'll say difficulty of 2, setback of 1.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
There's a reason I put all those points in.
Yes. And while you are doing that, Des, why don't you give me a perception check against a difficulty of 2?
You got it. The Senate.
He is.
That's
the
me.
Mr. the Senate.
Mr. the Senate. Yeah, that's the better name.
If only I could bring my legislative powers to bear against Comcast. Well, oh my god,
Look at that.
crit. A crit.
That's because my cloak costume's very mysterious.
All right.
Bonus to mysteriousness.
Loft cat bonus.
Okay. So Daisha comes over here, Wolfowitz, and kind of leans in real close. And she goes, believe me, if I could hand you your assets, I would. She says, it would seem we did not know what was in Sprax's possession when Hut Tass first became upset with his disagreeableness. I am afraid that the gentleman who was carrying the briefcase on Sprax's behalf met with an unfortunate end while holding the briefcase.
I see. Who may have led this individual to their unfortunate end?
Daisha
And
says,
do you know who they are and where they are?
Daisha says, well, what brought him to his unfortunate end is a matter of opinion. I would tell you himself. He was rather disagreeable to Hut Tass, and so Hut Tass had him fed to his pet. Again, had we known the contents of the briefcase, we perhaps would not have taken such actions.
Again, can you tell me the location of my assets?
She points to the grate in the middle of the floor, and she goes, down there.
And how long may we expect the asset to remain in transit?
She says, well, we're currently trying to ascertain whether or not the briefcase ended up on the, shall we say, seabed, or in the digestive tract of our friend.
Well,
Something.
you had better hope that it is still retained in the digestive tract of your friend, where it will be easily retrieved.
She says, I understand that, Wolfowitz, and believe me, we do not wish to cause any harm to a public officer. We are trying our best. Something happened last night to the creature. It's become rather disagreeable ever since, which is complicating our efforts to try and recover your assets.
I see. Have you tried feeding it?
She says, we have. It is currently missing a tentacle, and it's rather temperamental about it. So much so that our handler even is having a difficult time calming it down. Hence our difficulties. I hope you can understand.
I see. Well, we will, I think I need a moment to digest this information.
Understood.
And,
Come on, give him a boost die for the pun. Come on.
I was
hope-
also wondering what it'd be like to get a strongly worded letter from Officer Wolfowitz.
My friends and I here we'll take a seat. We'll have a drink, perhaps enjoy the benefits of this palace. But if someone does not come up with a plan quickly, I will have to place a follow-up phone call to my superior officer and tell him exactly what has happened to the gross number of credits that belong to the Republic and their Republic officer, who you are wasting a great amount of their time.
She says, "I will forward your words to Hut Tass, though I may take some liberty to make them more polite." And she steps away.
Shoot. Okay, I should have said more. I'll hold that one. I'll hold that one for the next conversation.
Okay. So meanwhile, while all that was going on, this Twilight girl was approaching over here. And as she gets close to you, Des, you just kind of have this sixth sense that just kicks in. Almost as though you're one with some energy in the universe. And before her hand even comes up to like touch your hood, you just grab it. And she puts her hand down and just very quietly walks away.
What was that all about? Anyone can answer.
So she's gone.
Is Tess frozen? Oh no, okay. She's sorry. Sometimes the VTube thing.
Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell either right now if Tess is frozen.
I can't actually tell either. No, she's moving.
She's moving a bunch.
She's moving, but I can't hear her.
I can't hear her.
I can't tell if she's upset.
It had hit the mute button. It was funny because at the same time you had said she grabs my, she like reaches a hand out. I was like, and I slap it. And then you're like, and you grab it. And I was like, no one reacted to me saying that. Okay. And I was like, all right, whatever.
We heard nothing. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I slap it away.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you bat that hand away and she is out of there.
And I was also saying I don't have any of the force abilities to really be like, who the fuck were you? Because I already rolled the perception.
Okay. So it's not long that you two are hanging out here. That all of a sudden, Daisha is sort of standing. It looks kind of like she's talking to herself. But you guys notice she has basically the equivalent of like, you know, a transmitter sort of like connected in her ear there. And she looks sort of like afraid or terrified. And then she whispers something to Hut Tass. And all of a sudden the palace just goes into like a buzz. And she just like screams to the entire room, like, everyone, a son Vigo is arriving. Make arrangements now. And the whole room just starts moving around and just getting crazy. A bunch of people are just like running out to start some sort of like welcoming wagon.
Damn, I'm here out letting them get away, literally away with murder. And then they just like, they roll out the fucking red carpet there with this Vigo.
Okay. And while all that's happening, back over here, my group sort of has their eyes on the mine. You see a whole bunch of people just suddenly like about face, and some of them sort of like run in here. A couple of them like run down here and get on speeders and like take off. Just there's a ton of movement just like suddenly happening out here as well.
Did you get these little characters from like an Indiana Jones like tile set?
So these guys are going to represent.
Looking.
There you go. We can blow him up. So if you want to see what he looks like.
I've been zooming. Yes,
So these are my like slave equivalent tokens for the purposes of our session here. So anytime you see this token, that is a slave. Okay. But anyway, tons and tons of movement. My gang that is hanging out in the audience chamber What are you doing while all this is going on? You waiting it out, or
Sorry, by audience chamber, do you mean the group in this like?
oh, the group, my Wolfowitz and Des.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I thought we were
I
talking
did not-
about
I did
the
not-
mind group here.
Yeah.
So sorry. Can you repeat the question?
What are
Sure.
we doing?
So right now there's a ton of movement. People are moving around. They're leaving the room. There's very little eyes on you at this point. Is there anything that you guys want to do, or are you just sort of waiting it out to see what happens here?
I'm definitely here as support. So
So-
I'm looking to you, Wolfowitz.
Is there what's her name? Disha. Is she still up at the front with Hut Tass?
So she is kind of like overseeing everybody that is like on their way out to set up to meet Vigo Pret. But she hasn't left the room yet. She's just kind of sitting near the main entrance and like ordering people around, telling them where to go and what to do.
I see. Is there? Let's see. Trying to think. Is it? I don't have any sort of like general lie detection about what Desha told me. Do
You
I
do
assume
not.
that it's true?
No.
Yeah. Essentially, like I'm trying to figure out. All right, A. When Vigo, when Pret gets here, hey, he knows me. We're gonna hug it out. We're gonna show, Hut Tass that we're pals and that he doesn't want to cross me. I'm well connected. So please get me my relatively modest amount of money. But in the interim, there's a possibility that we could maybe try to sneak Des into that rancor pit down there.
Okay.
Maybe see if we can find those credits amongst the droppings.
Great. Can't wait.
Hey, I'm trying to make use of your stealthiness and your kind of craftability here.
And I'm only doing this in the name of rescuing that other guy, so I hope that goes well.
Yeah. I mean, fingers crossed, right? But I'm trying to figure out what we can do.
Okay.
Because you don't have your cloak anymore, do you, Des?
Wait, what?
I thought you traded cloaks with like Ness or something.
I think we
Like the
both
invisibility
technically
robe.
have the same like disguised robes.
But do you have the invisibility thing? Is that a power you have, or
That's
is
a
that
force
cloak?
power.
That's
that
what-
she
Okay,
yeah.
that's a
has.
force power. I thought that was like an item or something.
Yeah.
That's a passive trait, Justin.
Okay. Got it, actually. So, I mean, I would say to Des, maybe it's worth taking a look around here.
All
Maybe
right.
even behind Mr. Hut Tass.
Let me review
Okay.
my things.
Okay.
Can I like roll like a
Sure. So you guys are kind of.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I can roll like a stealth check or if it's too late.
I mean, they know you're here, but you can kind of disappear.
Yeah,
assume.
I mean, so I have a stealth roll like thing here listed down for you. That might have been for the previous thing though. But why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth roll against no difficulty to determine your stealth difficulty here.
And then real quick, I forget there's like a thing that I get to add to it. Wait, I think I did write it on the other screen. Sometimes managing this on the iPad is not always good. Yeah, so stealth adds a difficulty dice and I get 2 boost dice.
Stealth adds a difficulty dice.
To people doing checks against me.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
That makes sense.
Green, yellow, BB. And no
Yeah, so this determines the difficulty for people to like perceive you. Okay, 3. Perfect. Okay. With the boost. Okay. So yeah, so you guys are just kind of like walking around during this and kind of like trying to see if you can identify anything in here that you could use.
More
just,
or
like, get
less,
a-
or like, I feel like
Okay.
we'd want to know secret passages and
Sure.
just like if there's any other people we should pay attention to or anything like that.
I
Okay.
think, yeah. Also, any switches that might
Yeah.
open up the grate below, in particular, is kind of what I would
Perfect.
hope that you could look for. Because I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go full through, like full on in the charm offensive with Vigo Pret, and we're going to schmooze it up and try to get our money.
Yeah, my other rule was for perception. So
Okay.
stealthy and perceptive.
Just really hoping that he's not going to kill Vigo Pret. That would suck.
Okay, so both of you are going to kind of scan around here. Why don't you both give me a perception check against a difficulty of 3? See what you got.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
Okay, great. Grate, great. Okay.
Big
Well,
wolf.
Wolfwitz is very focused on getting ready to play the part here. He's not, you leave it up to Des. So Des, you kind of mosey over here a little bit, and you are able to identify what looks like a maintenance hatch. There is a ladder here where only like a smaller section of the grate kind of opens. And also, by looking down at the grate, you're able to kind of see through it and see where it goes. And you recognize the glow that's pretty far down of the Dianoga pit. So this goes all the way down into the mine that you were in earlier, the other night.
All right. Anything else? Was that the big
It's a
one?
long way down.
All right. Making my way back over.
Wait. Go see if there's anything near Hut Task that looks interesting.
Over here.
You're all stealthy, right? Just,
Yeah.
take a look
Yes.
around.
Yeah, I
Take
mean
a look at it.
everyone is occupied. Hut-Tass is talking. You can get away with it for now. Yeah, there are some things near Hut-Tass that are interesting. Okay, if you get that far up, then we need to have a how close are you getting here, Des? Why don't you start with that? Tell me how close you're getting here.
I'm gonna do a casual just walk by of along this platform.
Okay, you're not getting up on his stage, right?
No,
Or are
no,
you?
no, no, no.
Okay,
Just
Just
when
checking.
you're
just checking.
you get lost on the way to the bathroom accidentally, and you just need to
She's front row at the concert.
stake
Yeah.
some shit out.
Yeah, so there doesn't appear to be any doors or passages or anything on Hut-Tass's platform, but you do notice this little sort of box thing that kind of hangs out near Hut-Tass. It's got a couple of buttons on it. There's a variety of buttons, and it looks like there's even a slicer terminal on it. So it's an interesting little thing. But from where you are, it's impossible to tell what's on it or what it's for. It's just sort of a thing you make a note of.
Interesting.
I love things that I make a note of.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
meanwhile,
I want to make a hollow call to N7.
okay. Good. That gives
Do
me
I-
time to set the scene.
Do
here.
I have a hologram thing? I thought I only had a comm link.
Isn't that shit just built in? Whatever. You can just
I
you know
have
what
no
I look
idea.
like.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
avatar
sure,
comes
sure.
up.
Hello, who is it?
You know who it is. Now, where are you?
We're a little distance away from the mine. There's a lot of activity going on all of a sudden. Is there something happening?
Pret's arriving. Vigo Pret is arriving at the palace, and everyone is very distracted, getting ready for him. I don't know exactly what that means in the end, but in the end, it's probably a good distraction for all of the guards. I hope.
Yeah, everyone over here is pretend I said this like a Star Wars thing, like a bunch of cockroaches when you turn the lights on. and Star Wars thing. I'm sure there's a Star Wars equivalent for that.
I mean,
Like a
technically,
bunch
you're
of
just
womp rats when the second sun comes up.
over. Yeah, okay.
Very good.
It's a really
You're
good
running
Star
away
Wars
like the
quote.
planets from Tatooine. So, also, you're just kind of beep booping at me, right? I mean, you're like an astromech. You don't really speak.
No, I speak. I got a speech unit. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think you
Um,
speak binary, so
He's a
Also, fuck, I love
sophisticated.
that
I don't know,
call
man.
them
Luke
binary,
and
it's so
Han seem to
stupid.
understand R2. Like that's all I'm saying. Like they tend to understand the beep boops.
yeah.
Anyway,
How
that
have we not
aside,
talked about this? Okay.
I don't
We
know.
probably
But
did a
we're
long
bringing
time
it up
ago.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the monster that attacked Des when she was in the cave, that monster ate our credits.
Okay.
So, you are also, if you find that area where the sort of swamp tentacle monster is, you are directly below the palace. Just an FYI. So, or at least like relatively close to it. So, if you encounter this monster, you know, it might
open
have
its
a
belly.
suitcase with our credits in its belly.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Or maybe throw it a steak. I don't know. And wait an hour.
Yeah.
You have a lot of coffee on you?
I think we can give it a hand
Excellent.
because I got an arm.
Yeah, yes, I know. Well, good luck. Okay, I can't wait for
Yeah.
that roll.
Yeah, okay, we'll see what we could do.
Excellent. Thank you, N7. Over and out.
Based on my knowledge of basic geography, we're super duper not below the palace, right?
That is correct. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
there's like a slight sort of decline going to where you guys are now, but it's not
Right.
like super far down.
Okay, then is he
But-
lying to me that the monster was supposed to be beneath the cage? I thought that was the
No,
thing.
so we
Did I
did
misunderstand
a
that?
knowledge check, and Trevor informed us that these things can effectively become huge. If you put them in the ocean, they become the ocean. So I think what's happening is there's probably some sort of underwater river situation, and it is both underneath the palace and in the mines.
right. It's probably like an underwater like current or something, right? The sewage is my guess, right? And it like leads from that into the mines is my guess.
Okay, but why does the grate on the floor of the palace exist? Is it just to push shit in that river and then it just flows away to the mines? Is that the idea? I'm just trying to figure out the purposes.
So like this monster probably exists both in the mines and under the palace. Like it's probably just this huge thing. Because I mean N7 wouldn't know this, but you heard them say that like some tentacles got cut off. That happened in the mines.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that it effectively has a chompy bit at both ends. Effectively.
So she's a real chonker, is what we're saying. And
Yeah.
the mines
So that-
and the
this
palace.
distracts
Because I
me
didn't
just
remember.
from
I didn't
palace.
remember the geography situation there, but you're right. That makes sense.
They're at least some distance away. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, that makes sense. I was kind of surprised, but I figured maybe there was some, Star Wars. Who knows? Okay, so it's a
I have
real
to-
big
yeah.
boy down there, and it's probably very unlikely we'd be able to cut that thing open and find her suitcase because that stomach is probably 3 miles wide.
You never know. It's Star Wars. Things tend to kind of work out.
I mean, fair enough. Okay. Sorry, I don't remember. We kind of like our phone call ended, and then that was that. But
Where's the Roger?
Okay.
Roger.
Roger.
Yeah,
probably fine to hear. How are you?
If A1 and Ness didn't hear the details of that, which I'm assuming that they did, I would share with them that like
Yep.
the monster might have the credits in its gut.
Okay.
Think we can focus on getting Sprax out for sure. I'm not sure how we're gonna solve the credit problem other than
Somebody got a metal detector?
any way we can scan the monster.
If only we had someone who could swim through intestines of a giant monster.
Wow.
It seems. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the pH levels of that monster's stomach is.
Get in there, Geppetto.
Yeah, can you withstand stomach acid?
I don't think so. I mean,
For a
maybe
certain
my
amount of turns.
yeah.
Fair enough.
God,
Spoken like
no.
a true GM.
What's your resilience skill?
It's 4 greens.
That's
actually.
the answer, you know?
Oh, okay.
Look, you're a fish person. I'm sure you know how to gut a fish with a lightsaber. Like, it can't be that hard.
Fish-like person.
Fish-like person. My
Fish-like.
apologies.
I mean, if we encounter it, I'm not gonna not fight it probably. So, we'll see what happens then.
We've killed bigger, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so.
Who would win in a fight, a Rancor or this thing?
That's a good question. I think it depends on how big this thing is. Trevor knows, but he's not gonna tell us.
What environment they're fighting in.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Should I start shooting things yet?
Seems like it's gonna happen soon. You might also just want to like save Sprax, figure out if Sprax knows anything about this monster in the amount of time that he's seen him, and then
Yeah.
try to find where he poops, and then if not, I don't know. You got to figure it out from there. It sounds like it gets pretty nasty.
I think the
Our
plan
heist has turned into a poop mission.
let's spring Sprax. Let's spring
Listen,
Sprax
I'm
in
just
from
working
there.
with the information that I have here. It seems to be the most obvious situation.
Are we
Yeah,
gonna
I
try to
think
do?
primary
okay.
focus? Primary focus should be Sprax, and we'll see if we can spot a briefcase as we're
Whoa.
doing it.
And 7, I'm shocked. We're taking Sprax over the money?
I like money, but I don't like dying.
I like money. I'll take care of it.
I would like you to save Sprax.
Slice and
I would
dice.
also like to save Sprax more than the money. So
I mean,
Just.
sure. No offense, Ness. It just, I don't know if you're the horsepower in this operation. I could be wrong. You can show me.
see what you're doing there, officer. We're not even in a call. This is a meta speak right now.
I know. We're just talking shit right now. We're OOC right now.
Yeah. What?
So- Are
So-
all the people out here like not leaving, or are these the people that are staying?
So the people that are staying are the ones that you guys see there.
Okay.
Oh God. I'm
What
sorry,
are the ones
my-
that look like? I
Uh-huh.
keep one in my head. I keep thinking Indiana Jones. I know that's not it.
Okay,
I apologize.
so
Slaves.
the ones they are slaves. So the ones that,
Okay.
that have the indie look, those are my generic token for anyone that's been enslaved by Hut tasks. So they are well, I can't really tell you what their motivations are going to be, but like obviously they are going to be less of a problem than the other people around.
Yeah.
In fact, what I should probably do is while you guys are scouting this place out, why don't you guys all give me perception checks?
My
difficulty of
least
2.
favorite kind of check.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean this
I
is
guess it is
just for
other
you
thing.
guys sort of scouting
Okay.
the area, getting a
This is not
sense of
including me and
what you're
Cheston,
getting
right?
into. Yeah, you guys don't have to worry about that. You guys are still in the palace. You're scanning things out. There were a lot of things that I wanted to say during all that conversation, and I got to keep it to myself for now. But I made a note.
Whoa, what's going on over here?
Oh God.
Are we
what is
supposed to know this exists?
No, you're not. Don't worry
Okay.
about that. That's in progress.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That was not supposed to be there. Don't worry about it.
Okay. We have slow internet. The tab didn't even really load for us. It's fine.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, looks like A1's the only one who would perceive something here.
Apparently. Although I would have expected someone picked up a general purpose scanner besides Des at this point, but
Wow.
I have
okay.
electro binoculars, but I don't have a general purpose scanner.
what do the
Okay,
electro binoculars
um,
even do?
They're much more like binoculars. Like they're much more for seeing far away or like seeing in the dark, like night vision shit.
Oh.
I think
I
they do
guess my
thermal,
question is like, why
maybe.
don't they give you a bonus to perception checks?
They more, in typical this system fashion, they let me drop setback dice more than giving me a boost in the roll.
Oh, if it was like nighttime or yeah, okay.
If it was like super dark and not well lit, then they would become much more useful.
Yep.
Like in that one temple that one time.
Okay,
Oh yeah. So what do I see?
that's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys got to see pretty much the whole map at all times because of those in there. Fog of War was gone. Okay, so A1, just by kind of like scanning the area, you're able to identify that all of these Gamorreans only have melee weapons. But you do spot that this Twi'lek, who is sort of overseeing some of the slaves, he's got a whip, and he also has a sidearm of some kind.
Okay.
So that's what you're able to kind of discern from there. Now, I only have human male icons for these slaves, but you identify a couple of different races among the slaves. And they're mostly discarding objects, and they do not appear to have anything on them. So that is the information you're able to discern for now.
What's our range like?
So right now I have you guys in sort of like a picture-in-picture situation, so you would probably be at like the longest possible range currently. But if you
yeah.
guys are ready to move in, you can certainly close that distance. So
Oh
what's the
no,
word?
extreme range is my preferred range.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Okay, I see what's happening here.
This is the exact range I was built for.
This is exactly where I wanted to be.
Is this how this encounter is going down?
No, it doesn't have to be. I'm just getting what my options are. So
Yeah.
was the goal to actually sneak in?
I think that would be the best outcome, right? As soon
theory,
as
we
you start blasting people, alarms are probably going to go off.
Yeah, my guess is at the very least we'd have to take care of the Twi'lek. The
Yeah.
Gamorreans are not as intelligent, generally speaking, so I think if we take care of the head head dude over here, we'll probably be okay. If something like, I don't think an alarm will pop is my guess. I think we can probably like sneak it. Maybe we can like drive up and then like pass by him, and as we're trying to get in, take him with us or something. Could be
So
a plan.
like we're doing a drive-by now?
Are you saying we should just drive straight in?
him
I
up.
mean, I guess our speeder is disguised.
Yeah.
Could
I
just
wasn't
drive
really
straight in.
prepared to be like pretending to work there or anything, though.
Like try and drive through the front and just Roger the Twi'lek in the face
Yes.
as we go in.
That's the correct.
Gangsterness. That is great gangster.
Wow.
That doesn't seem like the Jedi way.
Yeah, I mean, originally, I think Ness was suggesting we just drive in and like try and trick him into just letting us in and just like drive in with the.
Oh, are you gonna
speeder.
do the mind trick thing?
I don't have the mind trick thing. I don't have that horsepower.
Then what good are you?
Every if one person every single session will say like, "All right, can't you do the mind trick thing?"
I know what horsepower I will
I'm
take.
gonna
We've
do
back.
all
the
done
Jedi
it.
thing of
We've
going the
all
front door
done
and
it.
just
Look,
mind trick them. But you
look.
can't do that. So what the hell?
Jedi.
What session or how much XP do we need these cats to get in order to get the mind trick thing?
Yeah.
And why are you
guys
not
are
putting it
used
all
to
towards
OP
it?
Jedis, and you're rolling with us, so you gotta deal with it.
You got bargain bin Jedi's, alright? Leave us alone. We're trying our best. God. What is the plan?
I can start shooting from here. I can shoot something to make a distraction, or we could get closer. We could try and
Let's
stealth in, but I
shoot.
think I'm the only stealthy person.
We're not stealthing in with. I'm
I'm a little stealthy.
Well, how are you
Okay.
guys
Small.
defining stealthy right now?
I'm very agile.
I have
don't
one
even-
yellow, two green, and stealth. Like I'm kind of stealthy.
I don't make the rules of this game. I'm just absurdly
true.
agile. I have 5 agility, which means I have 5 green for stealth.
You are very agile. Wow. Holy moly. Can you just go in and like kill everything? If
How
Not
about
that
we?
agile.
Okay, I kind of don't hate the plan of like trying to drive in with the ship, like the speeder. Why don't we try to just drive in, uh, and see how far we can get, basically? And if things go bad, we have A1, right?
that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
And we'll just try to take whatever path seems like the correct path for carts to be going on. And I would, as we're doing that, I'd like to try to use. I have a Butterbug remote that can do like basic mechanics and shit. I'd like to send that off to like. I want to fuck with like the power. I want to like turn the power off if I can with this thing.
Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
Like I want all the lights out. I want power gone. If that means that the door is shut and we have to deal with that, that's fine. I have ways of dealing with that.
It's the middle of the day, right?
That's a good question. I see lights on the
it's
map,
like
so I
the
sort of
middle of the
assumed
day
that it was like.
Yeah, right?
That's not as useful then.
I assumed this was like mood
that-
lighting that remained
okay.
from when Des infiltrated last night. And,
That still want to
Correct.
turn.
I have not updated.
Is the
anything
palace on
here.
the same circuit breaker as the cave?
No.
If I was to turn
no.
off the power, would that prevent, say, these giant guns here from working, or would that maybe prevent communicators from working, or anything like that?
Yes.
we bring a jammer.
I think that's yeah. Okay. Anyway, so this thing's going off. It's gonna mess with something. What is it you want it specifically to mess with here? Are you sending it towards these things? Are you
I want it to
sending
find a generator. I want it to find power poles. I want it to like unplug this place.
Okay. All right. So just sort of like general mayhem and sabotage.
Yeah, I'm looking to
Okay.
turn off the breakers.
Yeah. Okay. Do you control that thing independently when it's doing these objects, or does it have an automated function?
So
you know what? I should look
unclear.
it up. I
They
should
are
look it up.
capable of simple repair work. I can share the.
Okay.
This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Let me take a look at it so I can. I can
In
make a
classic
determination
this
here.
system fashion, they give you like
Yeah.
a sentence. I think they are able to. My interpretation is that they're able to follow very basic instructions.
Got it.
So I think my interpretation is I'd probably have to like use the little like remote or whatever with it to like spot something and then give the instruction to like go fuck with it. I don't think I'd be able to say
okay.
go find this thing and then fuck with it. That's like too complex.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's an appropriate interpretation. Sure. Okay. So you guys are driving up. That's the plan here.
I guess.
Okay.
We are now.
All right. Everyone's piled into the speeder. I have this nice little like ninja face on here to designate that it's disguised. So you guys start rolling up. And this Gamoran over here, kind of like he's walking this way, and he sees it. Doesn't think too much of it at the time. It's not until you guys get to about here that this Gamoran steps out to kind of like intercept as you guys are pulling up. And then this Twelek starts coming over.
Just trying to catch you riding dirty.
I'm assuming I'm driving. I'm just fucking driving.
I was gonna say, is that
I'm
7
not
in the
reacting.
drive? So yeah, he pulls
We
up.
didn't
and he-
discuss this. I would assume
I'm just
I'm
I'm
hiding
an
in the back.
droid, right? I'm the taxi driver.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he pulls up over to the side here, and he says, "What business brings you here?"
Greetings. We are here to inspect something that's in the lake over here. You know the.
God, does Ness speak binary? Is this a thing?
We're all fine here. How are you?
Yeah.
I mean, that should be bad at this. So this
How common is it that people speak binary? Can I fucking beep boop at him right now and not worry about
I
them
don't know that they
understanding
speak it, but I think people will understand it.
So
Because
I'll tell you this. Just like this would be a thing that you would know as a droid in this world. Huts tend to have a lot of droids around the palace that speak in binary, so it's pretty common that a lot of people who work with Huts know binary.
Okay, I'm
Just so
going
you know.
to, in binary, keeping my astromech droid facade up, I'm going to beep boot at him. We're here to check on the pet.
Yes.
Okay.
The pet.
And then, yeah.
God. Okay. So so here's how we'll do this. And that is going to be I think the person making the negotiation roll is probably going to be N7 who intercepted.
Shit.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay.
And you're gonna get to add 2 boost die to this.
That's good.
It's gonna be against a difficulty of 3.
Fucking me, that's basically impossible. That's real bad, y'all. You said
Fine.
2 boost die?
2 boost die for your disguised vessel.
I believe.
Off. And negotiation, right?
And negotiation. How's that looking for N7?
Real bad.
Oof.
Yeah, that's about how I thought it was gonna go.
Can I loan him like some, I don't know, some negotiation checks?
Yeah. Let's see here. I don't know if Ness did assist.
Oh no, we failed. I want to
Can
see
we-
where this
Yeah,
goes.
no, I
we-
think this is
I
a
mean, I
failure.
think we kind of failed, right?
Yeah.
I don't really think this part through.
So here's
I was
what
like, here's
happens.
some rational methods of approach, and then Ness and N7 are like, let's just try and go through the front door. Who's gonna stop us? What
Who's
could go
gonna
wrong?
notice? Who's gonna know?
So this
I've never
Nobody's
been
gonna
turned
know.
down from
They're
going
gonna
somewhere
know.
before in my life.
Nobody's gonna know.
Not TikTok. They're gonna know.
It'll be fine.
Like 8 out of 10 times somebody says nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
so this Twi'lek here, after that, he's pausing for a while, and he looks at the Gamoran, he looks at you guys, and he goes, "Wait here," and he puts like a
I'm
hand to
gonna
his
shoot
ear.
him. I want to shoot him right now.
Okay, I wanna
shooting
try
him.
and grab his.
See, I knew this wouldn't last long.
I'm gonna
That's
grab
so
his.
stupid. No, I'm shooting him. I'm done with this shit.
What do you roll for initiative again?
Now's gonna be the time to do it. Yeah.
Oh,
now's
damn
gonna be
it.
the time to
Doesn't
do it.
anyone get like a surprise round?
He didn't do anything, to be fair.
So I think what I'm gonna do is since A1 and Ness both immediately wanted to do something, I'm gonna say that like we're gonna have them at the top of the turn order here. I'm gonna use your initiative rolls to determine which one of you got a chance to act first, in terms of what you want to do here.
And it is vigilance or cool, as always.
Similar.
0 success, just like
This is
always.
so scuffed.
Classic.
Alright, A1's
Oh.
blasting him. That's what we
Yeah,
go
A1
with.
is like, he's fucking warming that thing up under like the side of the car as we're
He's
driving
in the
up.
car like, this is dumb. And he's just like...
He's got it pointed through the side of the car, like at the guy, just ready to pull the trigger.
Basically, yeah.
Good, good. Let's do it.
Perfect.
Oh my lord. Okay. Got N7, got Des, got Nuss. All right.
I mean, this is going how I thought it would go.
Yeah.
I there was a period of time there I was like, oh, okay, so this is going to be like one of those hitman like assassination missions where you just get given a sniper rifle and A1's just going to like pick all these guys off before they walk in.
Well, I play those games by going in the front door and killing everything, so...
I was gonna say that's like how I play Hitman.
I'm like, listen...
I'm already like, I've
stealth
been
it
watching Skyrim. I'm like, all right, time for the stealth archer play. You know, I'll just pick them off one by one and I'll get in nice and safe.
I rarely did stealth in Ghost of Tsushima. Most of the times, I literally run up and said, "Where are you, Mongols?" and then did the showdown and just cut them all down because
I do love that game gave you a button to just always go in and just be like, face me, and just like not even try.
oh yeah, I did that almost every chance I got. I was like, "No, fuck stealth. What are we doing? I'm a samurai. Let's go."
Yeah, so this is where you and I are different because I would often go into every single area trying to stealth as long as I could before I had to do any combat. And so I always got really annoyed when I was doing Lady Misako's missions because she would always immediately charge in screaming, and I'd just be like, "No,
He
stop!"
doesn't care either. Yeah.
She doesn't give a shit. Okay, what do we got here? Whoa, A1 got the crit, so I think we know who's acting first as far as this Twi'lek goes. Okay.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
That also
he didn't
moves.
He was just like, he was ready to shoot.
That also moves A1 directly to the top of the turn order as well.
A1 thought this was a dumb plan from the start, but he was just nice and didn't say anything. A1 circuits were like, this is dumb. We'll shoot things anyways. Like,
I mean, I was like, fine, we want to try not shooting things. We can try not shooting things. We'll see how that goes.
10 seconds into the plan, this is dumb. We're shooting things.
See,
It's more like this isn't working, okay?
True.
Oof, that's a rough initiative score for Ness.
I know. Oof.
Okay, and then I have my own units in need of rolling here. Okay. You got for me, my dude. Wow, okay. Ooh!
That's a pretty exceptional roll.
That's
Yeah, that was
surprising.
pretty good.
Ooh.
That is, I did not anticipate that. And over here, yeah, that's about what I expected for them. Yeah, okay. And sort. Okay. A1, you're at the top of the turn order. You're gonna blast this dude.
I think I'm gonna
Direct shot.
blast both these dudes, honestly.
Oh, hell
That
yes.
seems very likely. Yeah.
What's the range, I guess?
Okay. So for the I would say they're short right now, honestly. They walked right up to the car. So these guys are both at short range.
I don't remember how this game works.
Short range is 1 difficulty die for
And it's
ranged
engaged
attacks.
where I get a penalty?
Yeah, so engaged is where you have a penalty. But I would say that you're not currently engaged.
Okay, so it's 1 difficulty. We're positive.
I am positive. I mean, they walked up to your vessel.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
do not feel that any other range is appropriate here.
All right, I'm sorry, my dudes.
Are you though?
Who are
A
you
little bit.
apologizing to?
I
That-
didn't want it to
You're
be
talking
like
about
this,
Twilight, or you're
but
talking about these
Oh,
guys?
are you apologizing because you're about to roll like 7 positive dice and 1 difficulty?
maybe. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna use true aim, I guess, and then I'm gonna shoot. And I'm trying to remember all the things that I do.
Okay.
So this is like when Trevor tells me to make a mechanics check against difficulty of 1, and I'm like, really? That's it? Okay. And he's like 2 setback die, and I'm like, whatever.
Advantage.
Yeah, it's always fun when I give you a setback die and you're like, and then one of those is just gone because of this skill. So that's
Yeah,
nothing.
setback die. What's wrong with you?
So I'm using auto fire because, of course.
I mean, why not? Okay.
Oh shit! I only auto fire once.
Yeah, you only auto fire once. So I guess the question is, do you designate the shots after the success of the auto fire? Like, are you shooting both targets here, or are you just shooting one?
It's unclear.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me double check.
We really have forgotten how this game works, haven't we?
Why are you
It hasn't
asking?
been that long since they one-shot something, but it's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been a while for me
Each
too.
time the attacker triggers auto fire, it deals an additional hit to the target. Each of these additional hits can be allocated to the target or other targets within range of the weapon.
Okay, so you're gonna choose for
I
me.
must decide to do so before making the check. If I wish to hit multiple targets, his initial target must always be the target with the highest difficulty and highest defense.
Okay, so in that case,
Initial hit must always hit the initial target. Subsequent hits generated can be allocated to any other designated targets.
Okay, so one hit has to go to the Twelek then, and then the other hit you can choose to either hit the Twelek again or hit the Gamoran, basically.
Correct.
Damage on your weapon is
13.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Pretty sweet rig you got there.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So we
As
got
I was trying to find
13.
rules for auto fire just now, I found a bunch of posts being like, "Is auto fire broken? Auto fire is busted. Wow, auto fire is
Yeah.
OP."
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, I see. I understand.
Okay. So you fucking you fucking unload on this Twi'lek as soon as he turns around. And your shot just hammers him right in the midsection. He's still standing. But you got another shot. As who's going into?
I mean, probably the Twi'lek.
Yeah, that's about what I figured. Yeah. So that first shot hits him. He turns a little bit surprised, and you go ahead and just put the next one right in his face, which is enough to drop him. So he is just down instantly. That's
cool.
That's that for him.
Excellent.
And that takes us to well, next up would have been the Twi'lek's turn, but we're gonna not worry about that.
Yeah, was that his 5 success on 3 die roll? Because that was a pretty good roll. Honestly.
It
a hell of a
was,
roll.
but your crit moved you to the top of the charts. So unfortunately, he did not get a crit. Only way he could have saved himself from an A1 auto fire situation. Okay, and 7, you're next here.
I would like to gun it and run over the orc man in front of us.
Somehow I saw that one coming.
Yeah, he's so perfectly situated. He's right in between me and where I want to go. Yeah, like it's go time.
Yeah. Okay. So let me think about. I think the way this is going to work is why don't you give me a planetary vehicles roll?
You really underestimated the amount of vehicular manslaughter that would occur in this game.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do this against
GTA
difficulty
Star Wars.
of.
Right.
I mean, he's right in front of you.
To grab water while this is happening.
I'm
I
gonna
can hear it.
say difficulty of just. We'll say 2. We'll say 2.
Would you say that this is something that would be made easier by the fact that I have an extra arm?
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna say
Drink.
yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Drink.
It's like drink.
Every
It's
time
like a
Zach
fast-
brings up his extra arm, drink.
It's like
Yeah.
a Fast and the Furious situation.
Oh
you know, like
man,
having the
look at all
extra
those
arm
blank
lets you-
dice.
Ooh.
What a weird roll.
That is a very weird roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he. I mean, you gun it, and he rolls to the side as you pass by here. Where are you gunning it to?
I mean, we're going straight down into the mines. I'm assuming that door is
Okay.
kind
That
of open
door
because
is
the
open.
carts are going in and out, right? Like,
Yeah.
Is the
that
door
was your
open?
planetary. That was your planetary vehicles roll. So the door was open. It's starting to close.
that's fine. Yeah, we want to go
we're
through
gonna-
that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go through this door. Okay. That was your Yeah, okay. You're in. You're gonna make it through as that door closes.
Okay.
So yeah, the door closes behind you, and you hear a loud like noise as it closes.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's fine.
I have ways of dealing with doors.
Okay. That's true. You are. But yeah, you guys have made it into the mine in your speeder. And we're gonna head back over to the hut task situation now. As
Should we
you
move
guys-
our tokens? Because we're not over.
You are.
Well,
Well,
that is
we're in the
correct.
speeder, so
Yeah,
Okay.
assumed you were in the speeder. We're gonna not worry about it though, because in a second you guys are gonna be on a new map anyway.
I think Meg
Got
said
it.
she was going to AFK for a second.
I see
it
her little
is-
avatar moving though.
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
came back. I
say-
took my meds.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Meds taken. I was about to say it's coming up on meds time. Okay. We're gonna go at. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Okay. So over here, large procession going in. You guys have identified a couple of objects here and there. And it is not long before you are joined by.
My boy.
That's right. There he is.
Sorry, I know we didn't do a usual break, but can I do a drink break real quick? before
Yeah,
get
we can
into this?
take.
I
We
feel like
can
this is
take a
going to be a
short.
situation.
Yeah, we can
Let's
take a
jump
short
in and
5
jump in
here.
upstairs.
Oh my!
Whoa.
Why is that huge?
That
Why
shit is
What a
huge.
big boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
big cheese.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
It's
All
a
right.
big cheese. All right. Be right
Yeah.
back.
We'll go ahead and take 5 here. I will probably need a bathroom break momentarily myself. As soon as I'm done setting up.
played like so much WoW since we last like met. I can't not think of myself as like a rogue because I also picked a rogue like Jedi. So I was like, oh, well, I would just like stealth over to the hut and then sap him and then like do what I needed to do and then vanish and run off.
Right. Actually, while they're gone, I'm going to go ahead and set up the other area as well. Go. And you. And you.
That went about as expected.
What did you do?
That encounter went about as what I
Oh.
expected. I'm like, we're not actually like, listen, I know how this is gonna end up. No matter what we do, we're gonna have to fight our way out of this because N7, A1, and Ness are not talking their way out of it.
Apparently there was a 6-hour police chase here yesterday.
Whoa.
Really?
I'm so excited that you shared that Avatar tabletop, Meg.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sad it's not out till next February, so I'm gonna keep reading Fate Accelerated things, but it's exciting.
I was very
Yeah.
convinced that I would like after I pasted it, I was like, oh shit, it's probably in chat and I didn't bother checking because I just, come in and paste with what's on my mind, and then I was like, oh no, okay, I did it good.
It was
Yeah, that was. It's cool to know that that's happening all this time later, because like usually once a property has been off the air for a long period of time, you don't usually get to see that kind of stuff happen.
Unless it's Firefly.
I was gonna say the last time I remember it happening is Firefly, but even that was really disappointing. Like the version of the game that they made for the film Serenity, I think is the tabletop version of that is much better than the Firefly system that they came up with like 10 years later.
I'm excited to see what they come up with here for Avatar, but
Yeah,
at the same
and it's
time-
like I was looking at their various games, and they all kind of seem to follow like a similar. They all have kind of like a similar structure where it's like it's mostly like a D6 system, where like you roll a certain amount of D6 based on like your skill level, but then each system also uses its own like proprietary dice for another like different twist on the usual rolling. So like for a lot of the games, like they kind of have similar dice to like the Star Wars system, where it's like there's different symbols on different sides of the dice that like alter your roll in some way. So it looked neat, and I could see how that would work well for an Avatar system.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Fate
Yeah.
Accelerated run I'm watching I was like going through the exercise, and I was like, oh, you know what? It's really easy to make certain like Aang, super easy to make him. Zuko, super easy. Like, oh yeah, he's Prince of the Fire Nation or whatever. That's his what's it called? Aspect, I think.
Right.
What's his high concept? Sorry, it's Prince of Fire Nation, right? And then one of his aspects or something would be like, we'll do anything for honor, essentially. So,
Right.
to regain his honor, and that leads him down a lot. Whereas like Aang's is like, the Avatar is his high concept, and then his aspect is like, wants to resolve things peacefully, and that is both awesome but also very bad in a lot of other times when everyone's like, freaking do something, Aang. He's like,
no, I'm not. Yeah, can't do that.
I'm gonna run away.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I see some parallels there with Luffy, although not quite as strong as Aang. But like Luffy is a similar character where it's like, I swear to God, for like 10 chapters there will be a very obvious problem that he could solve, but he won't do it until someone actually like requests his help, or like the situation reaches a certain point that he needs to step in. Like the entire Arlong Park thing was a really interesting thing where it was like Nami kept telling him not to interfere, and he kept respecting it over and over and over again, even though he really shouldn't. And he only steps in once Nami finally says, "Please help me," and that was when the switch happened.
Yeah, then I freaking love that arc. That arc is so good.
It was like really good.
When One Piece came together for me was that arc.
So. Yeah. That was really good. All right, I'm going to take 1 minute here, and then we are going to resume. Whoa.
Has everyone or anyone played the old Knights of the Old Republic, the original?
I always
I've
get
only heard good
confused
things.
if I have or not.
I've played some of it, and I regrettably never finished it because I think I got into it late, and then I think my computer died or something, and then I would have to start over or something, and I just haven't gone. I tried to go back recently, but it's hard with the graphics today.
I know. I got the iOS version, and I got the Kishi controller set, the fancy controller. I've been playing some other games, but I'm like, oh, I bought KOTOR ages ago on iOS. I wonder, like, I want to play it, but I don't know what class I should. Like, I don't. It's like such a different type of game. I don't really know how to approach the class system because it doesn't really do a good job of explaining what the benefits of each do and like what the class tree looks like.
Yeah, it's very old school BioWare, and which is both good and bad. And the bad part of that is like you kind of just have to know certain things going in. And I was like, what class do I pick, or like how do I what am I doing here? And yeah, they're making a third one supposedly, right?
Yeah.
Is it punishing based on those choices?
I think you get locked out of certain things, I want to say, if you don't pick the right stats, or like,
like everyone becomes a Jedi, but it depends on what type of Jedi you become.
Yeah.
More, like, warrior, like a consular, or sort of middle of the road hybrid. And I don't
Wait, when did this game come out that you're talking about?
Knights of the Old Republic, probably like 2000, 2001.
Okay,
2002,
I didn't
something
play
like
that
that.
one.
It's not the MMO. It's the one with Bastila.
Oh yeah, it's that. It was based on that universe, but yeah.
Yeah.
With Bastila and like Karth and Mission, I think is the Twi'lek's name.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't remember the rest of them. Oh, HK-47, of course, which is basically A1 with N7's personality kind of snarked into it.
That's kind of what I've heard. Is he's like a very sarcastic, very crass.
Yeah, he calls everyone meatbags, right? And he's like, robots are superior to. He's basically Paul, right? Except Paul doesn't RP A1 that way, right? But like, it's literally when Paul plays A1, I'm like, he's just missing the tones and the actual verbalizing of it. But Paul himself as a human does that. That's out of character. So, but in my mind, HK-47 and A1 are very similar. They're both assassin droids that are like, meatbags are dumb and droids are superior, and we will blast everything. Oh, never mind. I'm with you. I'm on your side. Don't worry about it. But he's a good character. And they're canon now. Those assassin droids are canon now, thanks to Mandalorian.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
good.
Fair enough.
They showed up in the Ahsoka episode, so. The best.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. Oh jeez. All right. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's go back here.
Go Pratt.
Go ahead and get started again. Yeah. So it's not long until Pret shows up. He's got an entourage. Their line of dancers sort of usher him in. And he walks through. Shakes Dacia's hand, and Dacia says, "My lord, we did not know you would be arriving today." And he says to Dacia, "I have some business I must discuss with Tass, if you would, please." And without any fear, he just kind of steps right onto here. His guards go with him. Everyone kind of falls into a familiar pattern that you have seen before. Wolfowitz, why don't you give me a... Desk can do it too. Why don't you guys give me a perception check against difficulty of 2 real quick?
I had a bad
perception
feeling about
cool
them standing on
or-
that grate.
Just perception. What about cool?
No, what is the PR next to cool? Oh, presence. That's it. Never
PR,
mind.
presence. It's presence, yes.
Yeah.
Something I don't have a lot of.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh wait, sorry. It was 3 difficulty.
2. We'll say 2.
Oh,
difficulty.
sorry. Yeah, I just copy and pasted a different one. But
Hey, Bobbin.
I think my results are fine, or
Okay.
should I
Perfect.
re-roll?
Mine are roughly the same.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. As long as one of you's got it, that's good enough. What? Can I help you? Sorry.
Meow.
Intrusion. Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
That's right.
Meow 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 meow.
Meow, meow.
I don't know if you can see this, but I have this giant beanbag that I usually sit down and play my games on. And I fluffed it the other day. So, because the cats were sitting on it, and I was like, the cats are annoying me. I'm going to fluff it, and they're not going to sit on the little the butt dent. Instead, they just climbed on top, and they made their own little cat dent. And they just
They
hang out on
should.
top now.
I
It's
think
now
I've
the
seen
largest
them
fucking
there.
cat bed.
I can see.
I think I've seen them there since you joined Roll20 today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have been. They've been there, and it's driving me crazy.
Why? It's high quality content.
I mean, the content is A+, that's for sure. But I'm gonna have to get the vacuum back up here and vacuum all the hair off of it, because that's also where I like to do my reading
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
Well, that's just gonna
and take meetings that I don't have to talk in.
Evie is constantly fighting for her own space. The cat's favorite spot is wherever she just got up from.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem as much for some reason. But okay. Anyway, that perception check, Wolfowitz, was for you to overhear one of the many attendants sort of speak into Dacia's ear as she was going by you to get back to her post. And what you overhear is her saying, "Send more." And it sounds like whoever was talking to her was in a panic about something
Gee, what could
that
that be?
happened elsewhere.
All right. I overhear that. Gonna text. Again, my phone. I'm gonna text
Get
N7.
your flip phone out, flip it open.
My Motorola Razr.
Yes.
Which for some reason exists in this universe. And I'm gonna send a quick voice message to N7 telling him that reinforcements are likely to arrive. You guys have been spotted.
Beep beep boop bop bop beep beep boop bop bop bop.
That's right. So I say that into my comm link.
Yeah. Can I say that I send a voice message back that it's just the R2D2 screaming sound effect?
Wow!
Wolfowitz just turns to Des and he's like, "Well, it's all us now."
I'm
They're
worried
gone.
we're gonna have to jump down this grate somehow, or some craziness of like this grate's gonna be involved.
I feel like he's just gonna kill Brett, but we gotta figure out how to get him out of here.
Also, I'm waiting for a chance where I can like sneak over and try to slice into those controls.
We're gonna have to create a pretty big distraction for that to happen.
I know.
maybe
Well,
Brett
you
will do it
were
for us.
away when I was like, I keep thinking about this in WoW terms, so I'm like, why can't I go like stealth over, sap the hut, like do my shit, and then vanish?
I don't know. Get some points in them force powers.
So Pratt walks onto the chamber here with no fear, and
What an
he looks
idiot.
before Dacia and Tass, and he says, "Honorable Tass," and he bows, and he says, "We are tracing the whereabouts of our Vigo Sprax, who has gone missing somewhere near these premises. I trust you understand. We'd like to locate him as fast as possible. Do you have any knowledge to his whereabouts?"
Wait, is Hut just gonna be like, yes, I do, he's down there, and then they're just gonna fall to their deaths?
That's what I'm kind of worried about.
So there's, Dacia turns and does her advisor thing. And there is a lot of discussion, a lot of talk. And then Dacia turns back to Pret and says, "No." And Pret says, "I see. Well, while I'm here, I would love if we could perhaps observe the facility for ourselves. You understand, of course. I would love to tell Prince Zizor that I've seen no evidence that anything untoward happened here. So if you would please show me around, I would be more than delighted." And before Dacia can even finish relaying the message, Pret turns and just walks off the platform. The guards sort of follow him, and he just starts checking out the facility. And just heads down the line. And Desha starts sort of shouting things, and a bunch of people sort of follow him out. And as he passes by Wolfowitz, you notice that he snaps his fingers in your direction, but never actually looks at you. And
wink is a nod. Wink is the same as a nod to a blind bat.
And a bunch of people just sort of follow him out. So Desha heads over to this console and hits a few buttons, and Tass's chair actually lifts up and starts to hover, and he sort of floats out of the room in this floating chair.
You moved very quickly.
TFO'd real
You hit the fucking
hard.
turbo button on that sucker.
Desha follows after him.
He's the fastest hut in the West. You didn't know? In the galaxy.
You better watch out with the brakes on that thing. I think if he loses control, he's gone.
You know, he just goes down the hall, just plows over everybody. That's that. Anyway, yeah. So here's the situation inside now. As you hear all of this commotion in the hall, as Pret is just sort of marching around. What's my game plan here for you guys?
And these peoples are still here?
They are still there, yes. Not everybody completely left. There are still a few people hanging out.
You want to go distract them, and I'll try to slice in?
Yes. Let's assume, and I think it's a fair assumption, that I have a pretty strong beverage that I'm carrying, that I've got at the table with me.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption.
And I'm gonna approach the this. I'm not gonna go on top. I'm just gonna walk up there, just take a look around. And as I'm kind of walking, I'm kind of leaning over a little bit, and I place my drink on the hut's resting place, and I just ask the the attendant, do you think it would be possible to get another drink for one of my friends, another vodka and blue milk, please?
Gross.
Vodka and blue milk.
A blue Russian, if you will.
Yeah,
I was gonna say a blue.
Exactly. Oh God, it hurts.
A blue Wookiee, please.
Yeah, he's definitely He's definitely game for that. So he's going to go fetch your drink, and I assume Des, you're going to try to sneak up and work this terminal. Yeah.
Yes.
And this guy
Okay.
leaves though. As I'm kind of strolling around, I walk around and I trip and I fall and my drink just it's all over the place. It's like a full pint glass and it just spilled all over the
All
huts.
over.
All over. It's just like it's a big spray of like blue
no.
kashikian or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna keep this guy occupied while this one goes to go and get your
All right,
drink.
what's my
so sorry.
difficulty?
Oh, I can't believe it. I just am so clumsy. Maybe I've had one too many. They've kept me waiting for a very long time.
Yeah. You start trying to mop it up with like the little cocktail napkin that they give you with your drink. You're like, oh.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And it's getting everywhere. And I'm wiping it. I'm wiping it like it's getting worse. You know?
This actually happened in my
I'm using
fridge
that
today with
cocktail
the half
napkin
and
to
half.
spread it around.
Half and half all over my fridge.
You're gonna smell like blue milk for a week.
All right, so what's my difficulty to use my computer hacksaw skills?
Give me 1 second here. Yeah, They are heavily distracted by Wolfowitz's thing here. So yeah, well they're busy helping Wolfowitz clean up, and this guy is off getting another drink. You are free and clear to use this console. So this console is going to have a difficulty of 2, but with 3 setback die.
Oh my god. All right. Okay. Wait. I have like a code breaker skill or some shit.
I bet you do. Now would be a good time to make use of it.
I gotta find it. Codebreaker. Remove 1 difficulty per rank of Codebreaker from checks to break codes or decrypt communications. Decrease difficulty by checks to break codes or okay, it just repeated itself. I have 2 Codebreakers.
Okay, so you're going to lower that difficulty from a 3 to, or that the setback die from 3 to 1 then.
Woohoo.
So 2 difficulty and 1 setback die instead.
Well, look at that.
Extremely good use of Codebreaker there. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. So, Des, you are in that terminal. So the buttons, their function is one of them was like a major alert function. So it was like a lockdown. If TAS had hit it, it would have caused the whole station to lock down. Alarms would have flared. Guards would have poured out everywhere. But the more important thing is this terminal gives you access, once you are through the security, to cameras. And you're able to see the entire facility.
I can check logs.
Yeah, you can check everything. You check
I mean, like in Among Us, it's a...
Yeah, just checking the door logs.
Yeah.
So you are able to see this entire facility, and you're also able to see a 3D layout of how everything is arranged. So what is underneath here in the cameras, from what you can tell, is there is essentially a second layer for the Dianoga. And there's an underwater tunnel that goes from the mines to this little pit here.
Can I use some terminology from the wonderful show 24? And
Yes.
I don't even remember what he used to say, but like
I don't know.
download from the mainframe to my scanner to text the droid boys.
You may absolutely do that, and we're also going to reveal a couple of other areas to you now as you are going through the cameras. In here, how do I do a thing? There I do. Okay. So in here, this little area here was a security room, which you're now taking a look at, and you can see a Gamoran kind of hanging out at the terminal. Over here were a bunch of quarters for Gamorans. But there was another path up here, and there's a whole other room up there. And so you take a look at that.
Oh, gosh.
As
They
soon
have,
as
they have like a meeting in there? Is this like an all hands? Like, look at all those Supermorians. They're just
Dogs
fucking like
grunting
hanging out in there.
Grunting all hands.
Okay. Okay, so.
This is like, are they doing like a diorama contest? They got a lot of like poster boards up there. Or are those beds?
I think those are bunk beds and like beds in sort of disarray.
Stacking
With the mattress
more.
kind of like not on quite right.
I misinterpreted that as like poster boards and the easels.
That's like
Yeah.
way cuter though, if that's what's going on. They're all
That
doing an
would've
art class
been-
together.
That would have been amazing.
It's
the,
like,
like-
a science competition.
So
of it,
the
like-
other,
It's that
the
like
other
white
room,
woman thing, like the wine and painting
Whoa.
night thing, you know?
Ooh,
So-
also, that's very
So
fun.
this is the other room that you spot, and this is a facility that actually like has a access to the mine. So there's a whole like tram system here, and you can actually
Uh-oh.
see them loading up on the train.
I see.
And wouldn't you know it, Des, this train has remote access and controls. And you can see in the computer terminal that this thing is it's getting ready to head to the mine. And it's loaded up with some Gamorreans and appears to be a Twi'lek captain of some kind. And it's getting ready to head there. You got any plans?
Well, right, I asked if I could like transmit all of this infos, but I don't understand the extent.
Yes.
Like, is it like something I can did I hack so good that I can use my general purpose scanner to control from afar?
So you're basically in. You know, you've gotten through and you have full control of everything that you can do through this terminal. So one of the things you don't have access to is you don't have access to any of the electronics and everything that's actually inside the mine. All that's on a separate system.
Okay, so like
but-
no trying to do what N7 was of like shutting off power or
So you can do that, but you can only do it for stuff that's inside Hut Tass's palace. You can't do it for stuff for the other crew. But all of this, everything you see here, this is all inside Hut Tass's palace.
All right. I mean, at most, I want to make sure that I'm transmitting like a map and like the 3D imaging and what is
Yes.
on the feeds to the droids.
That you can do.
And I sent y'all a group text that was like, "We're in, boys."
I'm in hands. Let's go, boys.
No, I'm like, hey, check this out, because I'm just nervous. Like, you got Wolfowitz over here spilling like a mountain of blue milk, and so I assume my time is very limited to actually like obtain whatever I need to get access to this, and
Yeah.
then I gotta like go
No, fair enough.
shimmy back.
That is correct.
Could we perhaps say that maybe Des is able to send over like some passwords or something that would maybe make any attempt that we make to get into the computers easier in the future?
Absolutely.
In the form of some boostai or something like that?
That is absolutely a thing that she can do with 3 successes
yeah.
for getting through the security.
I don't know if that'll come up because I feel like we're going to be running and gunning, but hey, you never know.
I think it'll come up. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Sprax, and there's gonna be a scenario where everyone's gonna just auto fire a bunch of dudes, and I'm just gonna be by your side blocking blaster bolts or something. That's how I envision it.
That sounds probably about right.
Okay. All right. So, got that figured out. Des, this minecart, you can tell on the system that it's on its way to the mine. You could control it.
Oh, I
Is there
can.
anything you? Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to do here?
Can I like permanently stick it like in reverse or something,
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
or like something that disables it? Like
You
I
can
assume.
stop it, right?
Yeah. I mean, you have.
Like
you
I
have,
assume I
full
can't cut the
access to this
brakes
thing.
from here, or like break a wheel.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, your options are basically like stop, brake, accelerate. Like it's a remote access like cart, but you can't just like say fly off the track now or something like that. You know, it's not quite that simple. But yeah, I mean, you could sabotage this thing if you so choose. I just need to know how.
Yeah, so I assume that's the like end of the route right there. So I can't cut power to it. So I don't know if there's like a maintenance mode or some sort of either override like that, or it just will only go towards the end of the rail. Like it can only go
Sure.
right
So
in
I
your
can
diagram.
help you out here. You've basically seen them just get loaded on, and you can tell this thing is going this way. So this is like
Yeah.
where it started, and like it's just now starting to get ready to accelerate.
Yeah, and I wanted to
Um,
just go that way or not be able to move.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can definitely put it in reverse here. And so you watch on the camera as the cart like goes this way and then stops and then just goes thunk. And then they all kind of like file out and kind of like look at it and try to figure it out.
As soon as they get out of it, shoot it. Start it again. So we can pick up the boys and send them home.
Oh my god. This is
Oh,
so good.
right. Yeah, that's a good
So when
idea.
they're done, they can get in. Well, I mean, I don't know if they want to come back here, but just get rid of it so they can never go.
All right.
Like,
so
can I
you're
lock the
cranking
doors? Like, can I lock them out of it at this point?
Yeah, you could.
All right, so
you
it's
could lock
now-
some
Oh, okay.
doors.
Then leave it here so we can escape.
It's now locked.
Yeah, I
As
mean,
represented
okay.
by this pink round square. Did he freeze?
I believe the Senate has.
Oh,
No, wait.
Okay.
maybe?
Well, he's sort of moving. Give him a minute. There we go.
He's loading.
Yeah, he took his time. Everything's going to take his time here tonight. That's okay, though. All right, so he's going to run to a terminal and try to regain control of things here or figure out who's messing with stuff.
Did I like change like the password or like code to get into it?
You can try to do that.
I'm just
that's like a
milking my
separate
role at
action.
this
That's not
point.
like yeah. So that's like kind of a separate action. If you want to try and like lock this guy out, I think the way I'm going to do it is we're going to make this an opposed check. And you guys are going to do the classic movie thing of like hacking against each other here.
Ooh.
Counter hacking.
Screen.
Yeah.
So I just roll my computer check again?
So the way that this works is basically his die are going to determine your challenge die.
Okay.
So I need to look at his stats, and then you're going to be basically using his stats as your difficulty.
And I'm gonna code break his shit. Maybe.
So you actually stand a pretty good chance of fucking with him here.
I mean, this is meant for like Kermorians to use, probably. So.
Yeah. So it's going to be one challenge die and one difficulty die.
One challenge, and that's with my 2 things removed.
Well, so your code breaker is for setback die. You're not getting any setback die here. So it's just one difficulty, one challenge.
Challenge is a C?
Challenge is a C. Yeah, we don't see these very often. All die cancel out. Okay, so you guys are going to spend some time whacking away on these consoles.
dear.
Okay, well that's going on. Wolfwitz has his incident keeping people occupied. Des is trying to sabotage things, and in the meantime, we're going to move back to the mine group here. First thing we're going to do, N7, give me a planetary vehicles roll against a difficulty of 2 with 1 setback die as you sort of navigate the path into the mines.
2, 1 setback. I don't think I can get rid of setback. Yeah, I don't think I can get rid of setback.
Okay.
Okay, not great.
Yeah, could be better. So as you're sort of like gunning your way through the mine here after getting through that door, it's a little dark in some areas, and you're kind of like scraping and banging against the like walls of the mine as you're kind of going through here. The engines are going to end up damaged.
Sick.
It's not your vehicle is not like completely incapacitated, but it's going to move at a lower speed. But you guys make it inside, and you are now the area that Des sort of explored earlier is going to be revealed here still. So you guys can see where she's been.
It almost died.
It almost died.
Almost.
No sign of the Dianoga, at least not from what you can tell here. But here is kind of where you end up after navigating through the mine entrance. There are no immediate, nothing immediate around. What would you guys like to do?
I'm assuming that Des would have shared with us like where she saw Sprax previously. I'm gonna just keep heading that direction, which I think was basically on the opposite side.
Yeah, so Sprax's last known location, which it was like around this area is where she spotted him last time she was in here. I'll give you like a last known location circle. Okay, so you guys are heading up the left-hand path then?
Sure, but
Yeah.
before he did that, Ness is gonna use the force to see if he can sense the Dianoga in the swampy water.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, hit me with that force roll.
Hit me with
Oh
that
my
force
God.
roll.
Two light side pips. Let's do it.
Da-da-da-da.
That Dianoga is 100% in that swamp water somewhere. 100%.
Yeah,
you-
listen to
you
the
sense
advice
its
you
presence.
gave me, but give it to yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So Ness is gonna look at the swamp and he's gonna be like, the creature that attacked Des. It's a Dianoga. It's in there. If you get the hand ready.
As you're saying that, yeah, a hand like shoots out of a compartment in N7 and lands in your lap.
And Ness grabs the arm and just like takes a deep, like he kind of exhales a bit and like holds it out a bit and breathes and he's like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get Sprax.
Okay, so are you guys taking the land speeder down this path here?
I see no reason not to.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
Seems fine.
Great. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are gonna come up this way. Okay. Why don't you guys go ahead and give me a perception roll when you get to about here. No sign of the Dianoga for your first approach here.
I don't trust it.
Difficulty for that?
Difficulty, we'll say 3.
Oof.
Yikes.
Might be a little
Whoa.
steep, but oh yeah, you guys are fine.
Hey.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough for you guys to know. So you're kind of scanning the area as you're going by. It's going by the swamp. Plenty of lights in the area, so you're able to kind of see a lot of it. But there is a sort of cavern wall that's kind of blocking your view of some areas. But once you get up high enough, you are able to spot Sprax and a couple of guards.
Okay.
Sprax is
A
Rat
dog.
boy.
The rat boy.
I was gonna say
Master
rat. I was gonna say
Sure.
Master
Yes.
Splinter, yeah.
He does kind of look like Master Splinter.
Yes.
He is what's called a Nalroni.
A Nalroni.
A Nalroni.
Macaroni and cheese.
Nalroni. Oh boy. Okay. So my land speeder group. What's the plan here?
The way that I'm feeling is I'm gonna just keep driving. I'm gonna round that corner. I'm gonna give a little bit of a berth to the water here because I'm worried about the tentacle boy.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna drive to Sprax. Like best case scenario, we drive up there. A1 pops some people as we're driving. We scoop up Sprax and we get the fuck right back out of here. Like that sounds best case scenario to me.
Something like that, I guess.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Boy, how do I want to do this? Let's start with
do it.
a planetary vehicles roll.
I thought so.
And it'll just be a difficulty of 2 here.
Cool.
Okay,
That's
great.
better. There we go. Perfect.
Yep. So you're gonna gun it this way. Kind of take a wide berth here. A1. Can I trust that you're already ready to shoot here?
Sure.
What's the plan? Okay. All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me your first shot?
Oh, okay. We're going straight to the shooting. Got it.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and go right to it.
And there's 2 of them.
There are
There's 3
There's
that
3.
we can see.
Wait, where's the 3rd one? Oh, do I have to scroll up more? Oh, I see
It's
it
up
now.
a little bit, yeah.
Okay, sorry. It was unclear whether they were trying to get close again like before. Like, how are they reacting to the fact that there's now a land speeder just driving around the mines?
I mean, they've turned and they've looked at you.
Is there like alarm going off or anything?
You do not. Okay, so you do not hear an alarm going off. But when Des sent over whatever she had, she definitely would have let you guys know that there was like an alert in progress. It's kind of like it's like a silent alarm situation.
The smart kind.
If there's no audible alarm going off, then I'm not sure whether or not these guys are like aware that we're breaking in. So I'm not going to be gunning it. I'm going to be like walking fast equivalent in driving terms.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So we're going for like a second ruse here.
I mean, if we can, then why the
Yeah,
hell
why
not?
not? Yeah, let's do it.
And then
Okay.
I'll just let A1 shoot whenever he feels like shooting.
Okay. Yeah, you guys put up.
Whenever he feels like shooting is fine.
A very, very big Gamoran steps out in front here. He's
Bigger than normal Gamoran?
He's like at least a foot and a half higher than the others. And he sort of steps out in front of the vehicle here. Holds up his hand. And boy, he looks like he's awaiting some kind of explanation.
Should I shoot him now?
I'm gonna start like digging around in like the glove box and shit.
Always
Right,
scavenging.
I'm trying to find my papers. And then I want to throw a knockout grenade.
Papers does a droid have?
I'm trying to find like the right license and registration. Oops, it's a knockout grenade.
It's stuck in here, sir. Please take a look.
Oh no, what's this?
It's a knockout grenade.
Okay, all right. Digging the knockout grenade situation here.
Also, does Sprax see us?
Yeah,
I don't know if he like knows any of us though.
I know.
Like we're just some fucking people in a security speeder.
What are you talking about, Ness? He knows you.
I was
I'm
gonna
pretty
say
sure he
there's
knows
one
me.
person.
Oh,
there
okay,
is one
perfect.
person here. Actually,
Like,
he would know.
The rest of you are a bunch of like gambling degenerates. He doesn't know.
He
you.
should know A1. I feel
There are
like,
two
too.
people
Yeah.
here.
He
There are
may,
two
yeah, he
people
may
here
know.
that
He
knows
would
for
know
sure.
A1 too, probably.
Yeah. Maybe I brought him a drink at some point. Who knows?
Two people here were heavily involved in getting him to where he is now, whether directly or indirectly here.
Do I have to roll something to throw a grenade at these fools?
You do. I think is it just a range skill? I think it is. I think it's just a range skill for you to do this. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
range light.
Yeah, it's range light. There's not like a specific like thrown skill. But yeah, it's going to be range light for you to sort of get this grenade placed exactly where you want it placed.
I'm okay at that. There's no difficulty. I just roll ranged light.
So it's going to be a difficulty. It depends on how far you want to throw this thing, and you're not throwing it very far.
Right.
So why don't you ping for me where you want this sucker to land?
So the thing that I'm not quite sure on is like what the
Sure.
radius of this is in relation to like the space that we have. It says
Let me look up the knockout grenade.
range short, blast 10, stun damage, limited ammo 1, obviously. Like, could I get all 3 of them, or is it like I can only really get the 2 in front of me, basically?
Okay, boy. Blast 10. That's sizable.
That's the damage though, right? I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
the
damage.
radius.
It's not the radius. So the
But
range
it's
is
also
short.
it's stun damage, right? So it's doing 10 wound because it's a stun grenade.
Yeah, so you will definitely hit these two. This guy is too far away for you to catch with this grenade.
Okay, then I'm only trying to hit these two in front of us.
Okay. All right.
Ness, I have a mask for you in a second. Don't worry. It's fine.
He's just gonna start holding his breath. He's already holding it because of the smell of the arms. So
Yeah, you just see me pull out a grenade and you're like, oh, good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to hit these two. I'm just gonna drop it right between them, honestly. Like,
Okay.
Why the hell not?
I don't need to
Yeah.
breathe. Like,
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and give me that range. Is this your roll here? No, this was earlier.
I haven't rolled yet. So is that
yeah.
one difficulty
So
then?
give me.
If it's like short range there.
It's just going to be a 1 difficulty. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that this would be made easier by the fact that I have an extra arm?
I'm going to say no because I think having
That's fair.
Good try.
having 3 is not going to allow. Holy fuck!
Wow, you actually fucking did it. I was gonna be like, there's no way in hell
Whoa.
you're gonna get enough successes for it to go off, and then you get a fucking triumph. I'm impressed.
Beautiful. Amazing. What do you mean enough successes for it to go off? It's a grenade.
You need 2 successes to even have it explode.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
That's weird.
Triumph.
Oh, I
how
know.
grenades
They're
work.
dumb. That's why I don't use grenades, really.
Oh my
Well,
god.
it
Okay.
worked perfectly.
It worked. It worked very well. Yes. So yeah, that grenade. That grenade lands right between their feet, and they kind of like look down at it, and there's just sort of like a beat for a minute there, and then just it goes off, and it's just like
Hell
just like
yeah.
a gas just starts like pouring out of the grenade. And both of these Gamorreans start like turning away and like coughing and hacking.
As soon as I am able
Yeah.
after that, I have 2 breath masks. I'm gonna chuck one to Ness.
Okay.
Yeah.
generous.
Okay. So this
I have another one ready for Sprax. It's almost like I thought this through.
So
And
they
Seven's
each
master
take
plan.
what, 13 stun damage? Is that what
Yeah,
happens?
they each immediately take 13 stun damage. Jeez, wow, it's a lot. Okay. So that was kind of like your surprise round there. So let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, I need to give someone new a roll here. 2 people actually. Unless you all want to, you know what I should do? Yeah, we're gonna treat this as a new encounter, so I'm gonna have you guys re-roll your initiative for me at this point.
I like it.
That's wrong. That should have been 2 greens. I don't know why I did
I was
that.
gonna say, I feel like you have more dice than that usually.
Okay, it's about the same. It's fine.
Okay. 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 Nesta. Oh wow, Nesta's got a lot there. Holy shit. Okay. And 7. Two. A 1. Okay. Gotta give my dudes a roll here now. Rising. And next up. Okay.
While Trevor does that, I'm looking at drinks that they serve at Galaxy's Edge.
Listening.
And I cannot wait to get like really just completely shit faced at Disneyland.
The
They're
Yub
first
Nub
of all, they're
drink
really good.
is so
that?
good.
Which one?
The Yub Nub,
Oh, the Yub Nub is good.
it's so fucking good.
Yub Nub is good.
They've got so many like great looking cocktails.
The fuzzy tauntaun is the one that like stuns your tongue. That one's crazy.
Yeah.
The what now?
It has like that like chemical that like numbs your tongue or whatever, and they have it in that drink or whatever, and you drink it and you just feel your tongue just like bleh.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, but I drank it and it was good.
Okay, let me rephrase.
Sounds
What else is
fun.
in the drink? Because, like, if your tongue's numb, what's the point of there being anything else in the drink?
It's like just enough to like stun it, but I don't know. It was good.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't do that as my first drink though, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. Got that all figured out. So Ness, you are absolutely the first one to act here.
Okay, so are these two Gamorreans still standing?
So these two Gamorreans are still standing. There is a gas field that is now over this area. What does it do about there?
Oh, that's a convenient little perimeter.
Is the grenade like done spewing gas out of curiosity?
It is not. No.
So there's still some gas in it.
Still
is what you're
going.
saying.
So N7 did get out a mask for you,
Right.
which I will allow you to take as one of your actions here.
Can I use the force to throw this grenade at the other one as it's still spewing out gas?
While it's still spewing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Hit me with that force roll. Yeah.
Let's try
Hit
it.
me with that force roll.
Oh my god, it's perfect.
Fucking beat
Yeah.
him in the head with it.
Yeah.
So,
Woof.
so you guys watch as this grenade that's just constantly spewing out like this sort of white powdery like smoke. It just like lifts up into the air and then goes across the way. And it just leaves like a trail of smoke as it hits this guy, and just a new cloud sort of forms around him. And it's like the thing kind of like hits him in the chest and then rolls down while it's still like spewing smoke, and pretty soon you guys just like can't even see him. As it just
N7
drops
had another
down.
knockout grenade in his hand, and then he's like, oh, and he shoves it back in his pocket.
It's like I'll just keep it. I don't know. All right, that was a good use of the force there.
It's smaller than a bowl. We should have known. He was gonna be able to move it around.
The second I was like, grenades are pretty small. I'm pretty sure I can do this.
Okay, and that takes us to our next one here. Also, I should put all of your guys' icons over here now. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Okay, next up is Sprax.
Sprax.
And Sprax, seeing all of this commotion, is going to kind of look around. And it's kind of the first look you guys have gotten at him, and he is looking really sort of run down, a little bit sort of emaciated. Everything looks a little frayed and dirty. But he sees all the commotion, and he grabs a pickaxe and just charges into the cloud.
Oh my.
Jesus, okay.
Wow.
You don't get to be a Vigo without getting a little violent at times. Difficulty. He is going to take some stun damage from this, but he doesn't
Yeah.
care.
Sounds like he doesn't care. He's like, I will take damage as long as I'm not a slave.
Ooh, he lands a hit.
Nice.
Yeah, so you guys watch as Sprax just like charges into the cloud, and just like two-handed just puts the pickaxe just like right into the arm of the Gamorrean captain, who starts screaming.
Dang. Get it.
Okay. And with that, we now move on to the Gamorreans.
Wait, he killed the big Gamorrean just now?
He did not kill him. The Gamorrean has a pickaxe stuck in his arm.
Okay.
Um,
He's just not happy.
he's you know, he's having a really bad day, and it happened really suddenly. Okay.
He
Next
survives
episode.
somehow. He's just like he's like in therapy. Like, and these guys just drove up and threw a grenade at my face, and then some guy put a pickaxe in me.
Yeah, that's oof. Okay. Yeah. So you
That's
guys,
a good roll.
yeah,
Very good
you,
roll.
you guys watch as the Gamorrean captain sort of turns around, still stuck in the smoke, and he pulls the pickaxe like out of his arm with Sprax still like attached to it, and just like slams him into the ground face first. And
Is Sprax dead?
I hope not.
you know, he's seen better days.
This is why patrol missions are the worst. Because
Please don't kill. Oh my god.
There is
We came
way
all
too
this
many
way.
patrol missions in the campaign, and wow, just putting it out there.
yeah, nobody likes them, and they keep putting them in the game, and it's just like, why?
I know. I was very upset.
Wait, which missions?
Escort missions.
Yeah, no, nobody likes those. Nobody likes them in any game. I hate them in all games.
They're never good. Never good. Okay.
But you know what they do? Take up time. Always.
The only game I like with them is Dragon's Dogma, because you just cheese it and teleport to where they need to go, and then it's immediately over.
Ooh, that's no fun.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's a nasty one.
That's Big
So
suck.
a Gamorrean, the other Gamorrean, comes charging out of the smoke with an axe and just knocks A1 clean out of the land speeder with it.
Wait, what happened now? I'm getting hit?
You're getting hit, yeah. this
What about my
Gamorrean-
defense?
Oh, I did not factor into your defense. What's your defense rating?
How could you?
Let's
I
do
have
it
2
slowly.
defense.
I apologize. You are correct.
I didn't even get a chance to defend myself.
Oh wait, that was difficulty. You are correct. I should have given you some setback die. I apologize. Should have told you you were being attacked.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
It didn't make a difference.
It didn't make that much of a difference. So yeah, he's gonna come up with the axe and just kind of like hammer you right out of the land speeder, and that is gonna deal 9 damage. But you're also gonna take that critical injury. So you are gonna suffer 1 strain each time you perform an action.
Okay.
And you do soak it, so I'm going to assume that you do not take that much damage.
I only take 2.
Holy shit!
That's ridiculous.
What? 7 soak. How much does Ness have?
I think we have about the same soak. Yeah, I also have 7 soak.
Yeah,
Oh
come
my
on.
god.
Okay.
It's
Oh
not
my
that big a
God.
deal. Okay, but then I
Okay.
have to put there's a crit log somewhere, right? It's on the second page.
There is, yeah. And you got one of the nasty ones, so it'll be a little trickier to get
Oh
rid
yeah,
of.
what's the
than
severity? 3?
3. So yeah, someone's going to need to pass a medicine check of 3 difficulty to get rid of that.
Hey, this
Is
is
it
bullshit.
medicine or mechanics?
That's a mechanics check.
Oh, that is a mechanics check.
Mechanics,
You're right,
right? I was
Seven.
gonna say he's not. Yeah, he's not bio. So.
And guess what I'm really good at?
And this is an action, not a maneuver. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then this other guy.
Take 2 damage, and suddenly I'm like, oh god,
You're at the brink.
I'm traumatized.
It's never happened before.
I mean, Aim's never
Yeah.
taken that much damage, so he's like, how could I be wounded?
I'm more just upset that I bought into this stupid plan.
oh my god, he takes 2 damage and all of a sudden he's like, fuck this thing.
I
Why
know.
am I even
A little
here?
bit.
I hate this operation. I took 2 damage.
Yeah.
This deal's getting worse all the time. Okay, and then the other one, gonna go for Ness.
I have 1 defense.
Hit me with that setback die.
Hey,
How
Google,
what's your defense
play
die?
hit me
have
with your
one.
best
I have 1
shot.
support.
What was that,
Hit
Ness?
me with your best
I
shot,
have
da,
1
da,
setback,
da.
I think. Defense is like 1, right? So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's 1 setback die. Oh
shit.
boy. Oh boy. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10.
These guys
So,
can
okay.
roll.
They can
Damn.
roll.
Yeah,
right.
seriously.
Be
there's been a
careful,
lot of crits.
N7.
Yeah, I'm like
Um,
shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So yeah, you're gonna take 11 as a Gamoran jumps on top of the land speeder and just like slams an axe right onto you there.
All right, hold on. I'm suffering 3 strain to reduce damage by 2. Plus ranks and parry. Let's see. That's 2 ranks and damn it. Why isn't it a ranged attack? Okay. I was like, why did I spec more into range? And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm always getting shot at. That makes sense.
Every single melee person you guys have encountered before has not been a problem because A1 just kills them before they get close.
This is true. So it's 11 damage, right? I have 7
Yep.
soak. So I take 2 damage.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
2 strain
okay.
damage, 2 wound damage.
It would be wound. So
Yeah,
you're
okay,
yeah,
thank
it's an
you.
axe. You're taking wound damage here.
Thank you. I'm like, how do I play this game again?
Okay, and that brings us to N7.
Okay.
Throw another stun grenade, buddy. What could go wrong?
It's true.
Would that really help? Because there's already like this cloud of shit.
That was sarcasm. Sorry.
Yeah. I think
It was a good intent. In like intuitively, you'd think a stun grenade would do something useful.
yeah.
Not in this game.
I mean,
Sorry,
it took
pal.
out a bunch of their wound or something, didn't it?
It took out their
Yeah.
strain. So unless you have some strain damage to knock them out, I don't think it ends up mattering. Well, it means they can't do a bunch of extra maneuvers, I guess.
I don't think. I think I want to grab Sprax more than I want to fight these guys.
Okay.
So I am going to hop out of the speeder and run over to Sprax. I have a mask in hand, and I'm going to try to like help get him into the speeder.
Okay, so you do have some problems here in that the speeder is currently surrounded by a bunch of Gamorans.
I can fly.
Yeah, one of them is currently on it, so it's gonna get a little tricky here.
So like with
yeah.
this round, I would be happy if I could like fly over to Sprax and get ready to help him get back to the speeder, basically.
So
if that
here's
means that I'm getting away without getting smacked.
Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to get the speeder to Sprax. Go ahead and give me a planetary.
No, we're trying to get me to Sprax.
Oh,
I'm
you to
going to
Sprax.
Sprax.
You're bailing on the speeder and running over to him?
For the time being, I mean, I don't know if like A1's already out of the speeder. They're all over the place.
Yeah, it's
I
happening.
kind of want them to stay in that cloud of knockout gas.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna zip
right.
over to Sprax real quick.
Okay, yeah. If you're just bouncing out of the speeder and running over to him, that you can safely do without provoking, I think, anybody. Although the Gamoran captain is staring right at him, but hey, they all know you're here now anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the plan here is just get to Sprax?
Get to Sprax, and I would like to hand him the respirator in case we hang around this knockout gas too much longer.
Okay.
And I don't know how this works in combat. I want to help him get to the ship. If that means that I can like drag him or grab him, get him standing, whatever. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, getting to him and putting the respirator on is simple enough. He is currently engaged with the Gamoran captain, which I think theoretically should provoke an attack of opportunity if you try to move him.
There's not
Against me or
attacks of
against him?
opportunity in this game.
You're right. There's not attacks of opportunity in this game, aren't there? Never mind. Okay. Yeah. how about we do this? I know what to do.
Sorry, I'm just remembering how dumb this game is. I'm like,
We're
there's
gonna
not
not
attack
worry
of
about it.
opportunity, but technically it's one move maneuver to move from engaged to short distance.
Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an athletics check for you to haul him away, and I will give you. What's the weight limit on your hydrolift thing?
I have no fucking clue.
Your grappling.
I mean,
okay.
like classic this game.
Yeah.
Let me see if it says anything.
At least 3 master splinters.
Masters.
2 Ninja Turtles. Master
Repulsor
Splinter weighs
lift, right?
Repulsor pack.
Repulsor pack.
Personal flight. Like I can go
repulsor
35
lift.
kilometers an hour,
Okay.
but it doesn't say shit about like how much it can lift.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
okay.
forgot you had a jetpack.
Okay, so this will be a difficulty of 3, but I'm going to let you add a boost die because you have an extra hand, and I think that's going to help here.
Just because I like you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna succeed, but I'm gonna go for it.
Succeeds!
Okay, against all odds.
Yeah. All right. So you drag Sprax the hell out of there. Your little like
droid did it.
your little leg engines just kick in, and you're just like dragging Sprax along the ground.
Leg engines.
Leaving a line in the dirt, like a Dragon Ball Z like knockout thing. Just like dragging him along, leaving a line behind, but you got him.
Cool.
All right.
Good turn.
Okay, and that brings us to A1.
All right. So I'm on the ground or out of the cart.
You are out of the cart. Yeah, we're gonna say that you're for the sake of the rules, you are not in knockdown.
Okay, but I am engaged.
You are engaged. Engaged, yes. Knockdown, no. You took a different type of you. He would have had to have spent his crit to knock you down. So, for the sake of the rules, you took a different crit, and you are not knocked down.
Okay. I will use one maneuver to move out of engaged range because as much as I'd like to just start blasting, it's too punishing not to, so I'm sort of forced to do that. Stupid game. And then extra maneuvers are what? 2?
So let's see. It's been too long. I keep forgetting all this shit.
He may
Extra
also
maneuver
perform a second
is-
maneuver by voluntarily suffering 2 points of strain. Okay.
2 points of strain, and so yeah.
Because I would like to aim.
I bet you would.
Extra to true aim. Because that seems smart. And then they're all in short range, I assume?
They are all in short range. They're all right up on this card.
Are
here.
any allies currently engaged?
Ness is currently engaged.
Okay. Sorry, Ness.
It's fine.
It's fine, he says through gritted teeth.
I realized that if I had activated my powerable plasma shield, I would have 3 defense instead of 1. But alas.
You did. Yeah, that's right. You even got some training with that shield at the start of the session.
And at the start of his next turn, Ness is gonna activate that shit.
Alright. Alright, so how does this work again? Alright, so it's 1 difficulty, except it's a challenge.
Yep, gotta
And
upgrade it because
then
you have an ally.
another, because I'm going to auto
engaged.
fire, because fuck them. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, green, blue, advantage. Okay, I get 2 auto fires, and I'm net neutral on strain because I had to spend a strain to shoot, apparently.
You
Because
did.
those are how the silly rules work.
So that's all your crit injury is doing. Okay, so damage on your gun is
13, so 16.
16 damage. Oh my god.
We'll start with the
And-
guy who hit me.
Light him
Okay.
up.
So I'll tell you right now, that guy, he is roasted.
Okay.
He is gone.
And then I'll move on to the other, I guess, weak guy,
Which one's that going to be?
the not chief.
The not chief. Okay. So yeah, just pop, and then you're going to pop this guy as well. Definitely more than enough to drop him also.
Okay, and then I guess the last shot goes to the chief guy.
16
Don't
damage,
stop,
3
get it,
times.
get it.
Yeah.
Love it. And that is going to drop him as well.
Fuck yeah.
So A1's turn. There's combat, there's violence, and then you guys just hear, and all 3 of the bodies just drop around the cart.
Oh my god. Okay.
And you guys are in the clear for now.
Okay.
Cool.
I like that hesitant for now.
I know. Is the Dianaga like coming over to us or anything?
Can we see what's in the fog of war over here now?
You sure can, yeah.
It's just 10 more guards.
So over in this area, that's drawing. We want to reveal the area. Here we go. You guys can see what looks like camps, slave camps, slave quarters. Although right now you do not see a whole lot in the area, in that immediate zone. Would anybody like to roll a perception check?
Yeah.
I would like to shoot into the water arbitrarily.
Interesting choice.
You just haven't had enough. You're like,
Any difficulty?
let's fuck up this water.
What flavor of
Difficulty
perception?
will be, we're going to say 3 for now.
Wait. Well, might as well give it a shot.
I mean, yeah, when in Rome.
I'm definitely going to be
why
looking
not?
around. Ooh.
Wow, failure and a crit on perception.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's
that
interesting.
means.
I don't
never
know what to do with
Is
that.
it a critical failure or?
Okay, so Ness, things you notice. 1, Dianaga is starting to make his way over here. You see his eye above the water. He's not moving super fast though. He's just kind of like drifting in your direction. But the more important thing that you hear is a lot of commotion coming from down this hallway, down further this way. You can hear all sorts of stuff. Sounds like things are being grabbed. You hear sort of like the clashing of metal and objects, and a lot of like frantic running. So someone's coming. How far away they are, you're not exactly sure, but there's clearly more.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
There's more something.
the
I like
cliffhanger.
the dramatic pause. Really, it really works right now.
Pause for effect.
Oh, hello.
You're really
here you
dragging
again.
it out there, Trevor. But
Yeah, I noticed.
There's clearly more
Clearly
guards, I'm
more
assuming.
Something. You said something.
Or
Yeah.
could be
Yeah, okay.
slaves.
Yeah, we're gonna
It
so
could
we're gonna
be
pause
slaves.
right there. That is correct. There are more. Ness is able to identify there are definitely more people coming. We're gonna pause right there real quick and go back to our hacker battle.
Hacker battle.
Cyberpunk
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Hacking.
yes.
So Wolfowitz, I think what I'm gonna have you do is give me a.
I mean, I'm drunk at this point. I'm
I'm trying to
assuming that I
decide,
got
I
my blue
think-
milk.
I think this should probably be a deception roll at this point.
Ooh, deception.
Yeah. So go ahead and give
Okay.
me a deception roll against a difficulty of we'll say 2 with a boost die for a pretty convincing performance to kind of keep this ruse going and keep them engaged. Ooh, okay. Could have been better.
Squeaker. It was
Could've
a
been better.
squeaker.
They're starting to not believe that you could possibly be this messy. They're starting to wonder. So we'll give them one more chance here. Oh boy. Okay. And before we resolve that, Des, why don't you do one more? We're gonna have you do one more hacker battle here.
Hacker battle engage.
So it's gonna be It's gonna be a lot easier if I can just find. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna be 1 challenge, 1 difficulty against your slicer skill. Okay, all right. So you managed to actually lock them out from that minecart entirely. Like you got in, you changed passwords, you changed login credentials, and
It's so
for the time
smart.
being, you are currently the only one who can access this this everything in this building.
I'm just like flashing forward to the gang potentially being on the cart and me like not having still a lot of clear view, but can make it go forward. And then being like, slow down, slow down.
So as soon as you manage to do that, though, one of the guys that has been assisting Wolfowitz up until this point sort of notices you over at the terminal, and he goes, "You there? What are you doing?" And he starts marching towards you.
What am I doing? I'm like, what's a good excuse that's plausible? La, la, la.
Jedi mind trick. Come on.
I don't have it. What am I doing? Oh, I already used my vanish thing. Hi. Where's the bar?
You're working maintenance, and you're here to fix the control system.
Okay, that was yeah.
Everything's fine here. How are you?
Exactly.
Do what you
Des,
gotta do.
Des, why don't you go ahead? You're going to give me a deception roll now against a difficulty of 4.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I did fuck that up, so
This is going to be a tough. I mean, listen, it was always going to be a tough sell.
no good reason to be there.
I think a lot of people would probably know not to touch a hut's private terminal.
Yeah, that ain't us.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, as soon as he does that, as soon as you're done, kind of trying to sell that, he reaches for his whip, and he says, "You're coming with me."
No, I'm not.
And we may need to roll initiative here. At this.
That is cool or whatever.
No, it would be cool or vigilance, but
Yeah.
you guys are only going to be rolling vigilance here. Let me tell you, this is not going to be a situation where you get to choose.
Against how many difficulty?
Initiative isn't there's no difficulty roll for initiative. It's just you roll it, and that lets me know where you guys are in the turn order.
I'm trying to think here, but I'm really running low on anything that's even possibly plausible here.
I know. I'm like, what do I have on cooldown? All right, so now I need
Wolfwoods, you're going to need to give me a roll here as well. If you've not given me one yet.
Fuck. Suck. Oh, get out of here, Debbie. No. For initiative, I need to roll
Vigilance in this case.
Vigilance.
In situations where you are sort of starting the initiative encounter, or you're like more aware of things, you get to choose between cool and vigilance. But in a situation like this, your only option is vigilance.
I have a potential solution.
Okay. Are you going to cut him up into pieces and then throw him into the grate? Because that was my idea.
Nope.
Okay, well, I have good news.
Oh, you have a laser sword. I mean, what else are we going to do here?
So I have good news, and that news is that Des, you are going to get to act before any of these guards. You have first move here.
Okay, I would like to do. Hold on. Please reference Jedi business.
Okay.
I would like to use my control move, which is the user may alter perceived appearance of the chosen person or object instead of hiding it. So I'd like to alter my appearance to look like him.
To look like the guy who is confronting you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really stupid.
Okay. Go for it. This is roll your force.
No, but I kind of
Sorry,
want to
I
see
don't
what's
mean
going to
that's
happen
really stupid
here.
in a negative way.
No,
I
this
mean that's
could-
stupid in a memey way.
This
It's
could be,
stupid
this
in
could
a
be
what
very
way?
fun.
In a meme.
Oh,
meme
yeah.
way.
I have 2.
Okay. All right. 2 force dies enough to make that happen without you having to suffer any dark side strain. Okay, so you are
I'm you.
you just turn into
I'm you.
him.
This is amazing. I'm you. Wait, what the?
This guy over here
Wow.
was trying to hack into the system. Look at this.
So
and
you
I just
turn into
like
him.
drop my slicer on the ground near him.
You drop it and like kick it over.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give him a discipline check because this is a really weird fucking thing that's happening to him. Just a really weird fucking thing.
This is like
another
Among
day.
Us. Being like
It's the whole purpose to use the Spider-Man gift.
self-report. They're the
Um,
imposter. Can you believe this?
Can you
So
believe
he's
they've done this?
This guy's super sus.
he's definitely going to he's going to lose his turn here from just being kind of shook at the fact that he's now suddenly staring at himself. So he will not act. These two, however, are going to start kind of moving in after seeing the commotion.
Which one do
I
we
don't
blast?
think at this point. I don't think they're going to pay much mind to Wolfowitz. I think they bought your ruse for now, so they're all going to start kind of convening on Des. Which raises an interesting question, Wolfowitz, as their turn ends and yours begins, which is, what are you going to do?
This is a great question.
How does the ability work again? Because it only the person.
So only, I think it's only the target. So these two just saw him suddenly become like shook, and like stop doing anything.
Yeah, so I have a good thing to say to that when they come over.
Okay.
As I'm kind of like walking away, and as I'm walking away, I kind of turn around and I ask the group of Twi'leks in front of me, essentially, that I need to have access to my ship. Can I have an escort to go back to my ship?
While all this is happening.
Yes.
Okay, let's do a negotiation roll against a difficulty of we're gonna say 3 with 1 setback die.
Because my plan is basically, as the other ones approach, I'm going to be like, oh, I came over. He wasn't feeling well. Look at him.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to move some of these guys out of the area.
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead.
If I
and
can deal
give
with
me-
one of them, deal with one of them. But if I can peel 1 or 2 of them off to go get them to show me to my ship, sure, why not, right? Because they've been pretty
Okay.
generous to me before. And I don't know what's going on. I mean, you just appeared. You just look like all of them, so why would I know?
No,
All right,
I think I
so-
still look like myself to you.
I mean, I have no idea, to be frank. 2 setback die and 1... What?
1 setback die, 3 difficulty.
My thought process was I can't disappear and just like exit the conversation, so that felt like the next best move was
Fuck.
to blend in somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, he does not like shoot you or like do anything super hostile, but they do point a gun at you and they're just like, not now. and turn their attention back to Des, who now has another turn.
tried.
He looked really sick. I was just trying to enjoy my drink, and I ran over because he looked like he wasn't doing so well. I don't know what's going on with him.
Okay. So this will be a deception roll again. We're going to say 3 difficulty. You may add 1 boost.
All right, deception is isn't part of hacking is like hacking like the emotional part of the other people, like forget what that term is.
I think I know what you're thinking of. It's like I don't know that I would call that what's happening here.
It's like when you
I think
yeah, fair.
the concept you're thinking of is like when people call and they're like they try to
Social
get
engineering.
Yeah, social
yeah,
engineering.
exactly. Social engineering is one thing.
Yeah, I don't think slicing covers social engineering.
Yeah.
It's more Wolfowitz' domain.
I think it's just deception, right?
Yeah. Well, so yeah, well, that's a whole nother topic, but we'll address that another time. Okay. So, Des, you succeed in convincing these two that something like weird is going on with their friend, and so they both come over and they're like, what's going on? What's the problem? And he's like, she's lying. I'm lying. I don't know. And they kind of like move him away, as he's kind of like staring at you, horrified. And they're kind of looking at you and looking at him, and they don't really know quite what to make of the situation. And they tell you like, get out of here, get out.
Not a problem.
Okay. And they walk him away. As he spends the whole time staring back at you, still kind of shook about whatever's going on.
Can I wink at him one of the
Yeah,
times he
I was
looks
just
at
gonna
me?
say, give him a wink.
Oh my
Give
god,
him a
that's
wink.
horrible. Psychic
You are getting out
damage.
by the skin of your teeth. Just leave.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are in the clear for now, although you have the attention of the remaining people in here as well, including this Gamoran who's kind
Do
of
we-
watching what's going on.
Do we just like go back and sit at the table, or are we trying to actually leave at this point? Since we have infos.
But wait, you're still? Are you still a Twi'lek?
No, so only that guy could see me as a
Only that guy.
Twilight.
Yeah, so it works.
Okay.
It works on only her target.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
all right, not all. All right,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you wouldn't even
I
necessarily
just want to take
know.
advantage of it if it could.
I understand, and that has been a thing that comes up often with this ability. Is it's like it would be nice if she could just turn herself into a thing and walk around, but it doesn't quite work that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you wanted to go back to the ship?
I mean, I didn't. I was just trying to pull them away from you.
Well, let's just go get
I was
another
trying to come up,
drink.
just concoct a scenario to like just start peeling some people away. But yeah, I mean, let's go back and sit at our table, and I'll get another drink.
Get some apps.
Okay, so the Vigos are away. We don't really have anything left to do here because the monster has our credits. They're probably not going to get our credits back to us, obviously, at this point. Is there anything inside this castle that we can, is there anything that we can exploit by just being here?
I should let you guys decide that for yourselves. So what you guys have done so far is you have sabotaged that cart that goes into the mines.
Mm-hmm.
And Des was able to basically wipe the credentials that existed prior. So that's going to stay that way for a while until someone can like completely alter the system or slice back in. Unclear exactly how much time you've bought there doing that, but you've bought some. As for anything else you could do, you guys could go scout it out. But I will leave it up to you as to what your game plan is.
Trying to think, since we're kind of starting to run a little low on time.
Yeah, we will probably have to pause momentarily, and we will resolve this another night. But before we do that, if you guys want to work on a plan here.
I'm trying to think. Is there any way we can concoct a scheme to get us into the security room that there appears to be only one Gomorian in? Because that would certainly give us a fair amount of leverage. We could probably see what's in the rest of the palace, because I think one of the things that we're missing is a better picture of what the rest. I mean, we've seen a fair amount, I guess, of the palace, but like, I'm just wondering if there is any interesting treasure, any anything else that's kind of in here that we could maybe sneak around, given that Pret is on a tour of the place. If everybody's distracted, maybe it's a good opportunity to exploit that. Tess, can you do your trick and look like a Gomorian
To who?
I mean, to the Gomorian that we or to as a Twi'lek to the Gomorian, because they're kind of dumb. So if you look like a Twi'lek and you're like, hey, it's my shift, it's my turn to take over, and then you can go and like take a look at what's going on in the rest of the palace, because those guys don't need our help. Essentially, I'm not going to be of much help to them, that's for sure.
Well, so once I go snoop, it's only one target I look different to.
Yeah. Well, there's only one person in that security room.
Yeah,
But I guess
he's
Okay.
I can here. So I think I can help with the visuals here by switching you guy to this map. So when you were looking at the camera system, you spotted this Gamoran in here.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think that's what Wolfowitz is referring to. Is only one guy in there. So if you were to use your ability on him, you'd be able to get in there easily enough.
I'm like, shit, we just got out of a hairy situation, but okay.
Well, you know,
We have to look for Pats, though.
out of the oven and into the frying pan, right? Let's see. I mean, or we could just pass, and then we could go, like, take the ship back to the mines and try to go on a pickup mission to the rest of the crew.
Speaking of which, why don't I take us back there?
Also, I need to
so that I can-
stop soon.
I know, yeah. I'm getting everyone's like game plans
Okay.
here, and then we're gonna pause. So my mine crew, what do you guys want to do here?
Shoot the eyeball, probably.
I mean, I am still interested in like getting our money if we can help it. So probably like trying to hold off any guards that come up and seeing if we can get our hands on that briefcase somehow.
Okay.
I don't entirely know what that entails.
Okay.
Because the thing is, if this thing's enormous, the briefcase could be where you guys are, or it could be in the next mile between there and where he probably poops, which is at the
I'll
palace.
tell you what. Does anybody want to spend that last destiny point?
What does that do for us?
Use the destiny point to know where the credits are. Is that what you're saying?
How about this?
I mean, yes, I guess you could do that, right?
I have an ability.
I'm listening.
I have an ability that lets me fashion a device to solve a current problem using just the tools and parts on hand. I have to make a
your
check for
MacGyver
it.
ability.
I have to make a check for it, but yes, and I have a MacGyver ability. I could maybe make like a metal detector scanner to see if I can spot the briefcase, maybe something like that.
I'll tell you what. Roll it.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
3 difficulty.
If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna use the destiny point.
Holy, that is some successes. Okay, so
You know exactly like where in his lower intestine this thing is.
So once you have successfully like gotten Sprax to safety, the clouds dissipated, the damage is done. Sprax gets up and looks around, and he's like, "Thank you, thank you." But he goes, "But 1 second," and he takes out this thing that he kind of had tucked away in what's left of his jacket, and he's like, "You there, droid? Can you find a way to scan this?" And so you take it, and it's basically like it's the equivalent of kind of like an RFID tag or something like that.
Okay.
It's linked to some other spot, some other location. And so you're able to kind of use like your data pad and some of the other tools on hand to create a thing that like pings where the other one is. And something starts pinging and glowing in the swamp right there.
It starts glowing even.
Yeah, so there's like it's like
Okay.
you guys actually hear like a dull like pong, 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 and there's like a red light under the water that's kind of going boom, boom, and Sprax goes, "There they are," and that is where we will leave things for now.
Okay.
I have a bad
Okay.
feeling about this.
Gonna cross that out on my sheet so that I remember.
Why do you
that
have a
I
bad
used
feeling
that.
about this?
Big yikes.
I don't know. Just it'll be interesting. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very glad one of you has a laser sword.
And can breathe underwater. I know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Trust me, I'm aware
I
of this.
wonder who's going in to get the credits.
I was, yeah. I mean, like this is in N7's head, so you wouldn't know. But like, N7's kind of game for like if you two can distract the eyeball, he'll go in. He doesn't need to fucking breathe. Like,
It's true.
Everybody on this mission doesn't need to.
Whatever. I'll go in the water. I don't care. I need to swim. I just roll along the bottom. That's where the credits are gonna be.
Is there movement penalties in water for any reason?
I have a jetpack.
That's true.
I can scoot around underwater like no problem.
That's a jetpack. He is a jetpack.
That's true. I am a
Yes, the
jetpack.
jetpack.
Oh my god.
It's a flying jetpack.
All I'm gonna say is like none of us are anime girls, so there's nothing intimidating about a swamp monster with some number of tentacles. Okay,
It's terrible.
nothing to be afraid of.
It just means that it's gonna kill us.
I mean,
Oh
if
yeah.
nothing
anything,
like-
If
I feel
anything,
like-
we get
Nothing
murdered.
terrible is gonna
brutally, but-
happen. Yeah.
if anything,
Yeah.
we just like put those bodies where the like troops are coming, and we throw the arm as bait over there, and like
Yeah.
make it go that way, and then
Yeah.
you know, Ness dives in on the other side and just swims over and grabs it.
I mean, ideally, this thing is up here getting bodies while like some guards show up, and that's a pretty nice little
Distraction.
diversion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If it needs encouragement, let's just like chuck the arm towards the general vicinity of the guards and see what happens.
I like it. We're all on the same page here.
Yeah, that was my plan. Was like maybe we just like let them fight each other and we just take the credits and leave.
I like it.
Not a bad plan.
Money and run.
All right,
You don't
y'all.
want to kill. You want to kill the thing?
The monster?
Yeah.
I mean, if we can just get the credits
Why?
and run, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
A1 wants to kill the monster. It's
Yeah.
A1,
A1 likes the challenge.
A1 wants to play Monster Hunter. All right.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Galaxies.
Got my
Oh,
large.
the Monster
What's it called? My
Hunter,
large bow gun.
Monster
and
Hunter
it's time
Galaxy.
to go
yeah,
to
I like
town.
it.
All right. I'm going to have to call it right now. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. We were pausing there anyway, so we will call it a night and then resume next time.
I can't wait for our next episode entitled Space Surgeon.
Monster Hunter Star Wars Edition.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, y'all.
Dan, turning into look like that guy worked out.
It worked pretty good. Yeah.
It did.
Yes, it really did. I frankly was a little skeptical, but you made it work.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I didn't believe in you. But hey,
It was a Hail
you
Mary,
pulled
and
it
I
off.
appreciate the ingenuity.
Have you not watched enough Shonen? You need to
I
believe.
I was
had
waiting
faith.
for everything
Part of
to
the
fall
cards.
apart.
Believe
there.
it.
I was like, no. You know, I've seen enough weird force things happen in this game. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, sometimes weird force things plan out. Sometimes you just get sometimes everything goes to shit and you get put in prison, and then you
true.
you end up having to save us. And I was like, fuck.